YouTube is always such a pain. I think we hate YouTube for very different reasons. I hate how bad the stream system is. Come on. Is this it? There we go. There we go. What? Okay. There we go. And then let's close that. Close that. Let's not do that just yet. How is everyone's day going? I might need to make my mic a little bit higher. Bah. Oh, yikes. I used to have really bad summer allergies, but now I don't go outside, so I no longer have them. Oh, God. I think that might have ruined my day. That stream. Huh? Why? Don't worry, I don't plan on touching grass anytime soon. I think I might be allergic to grass, so we're all good there. My voice feels extra sore. Totally not relation to any of the ASMR stuff I did. I don't believe your innocence. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. I forgot to tag Discord. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Close that. I'm keeping my, this outfit.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Why are we still here?
I still need to figure out something to do instead of squats. Because my knees definitely need surgery. But okay. God damn it. I do this to myself. Okay. Squats. 1, 2, 3. Holy Jesus, my knees feel like pretzels. I'm about to snap. No. Okay. Jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There you go. Happy now. I am very, very buff. Not quite a neck breaker, more of a neck biter, but okay. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the elephant in the room, the the accidental stream. Jesus. So, that was for I was meant to be recording that, but mhm. I was meant to record that, but the recording and stream buttons are literally right next to each other, and I can't read for shit. So that was an accident. If the stream and what is if the title and what's happening does not match, it's probably not a purposeful stream. But that was for the ASMR channel. Um, that script will be posted eventually. However, the take hello the recording that you heard will not be used because one, I didn't finish it. I kind of stopped when I realized what was going on. And also that was like my first take reading it, so that was not the best version of the script. Yeah. It was a practice run. And you also get to see how much I usually mess up because I usually have to repeat sentences a lot and just cut those out because I'm very dyslexic and illiterate. So that script will be used, not how you heard it though. Yeah, hopefully the recording I did after that is better. Hopefully. I will maybe do a actual planned ASMR stream somewhat soon. Maybe. Hopefully. I need to get my uh React stuff scheduled. And I'm probably gonna pull an all-nighter. I'm absolutely chugging this caffeine water. That's like 120 milligrams, I think. Yeah, but I think we all know now. I think we all know by now. I am a bit of a liar, whether on purpose or not. I tend to not exactly do what I say, but I will do my best for it to be a tomorrow stream. And I guess technically I did 10 minutes of ASMR. So technically I did accidentally do one today. So uh technically that that counts, right? Technically I did what I said. Technically. But that was absolutely mortifying to realize because I did not have my chat up. I didn't have any visuals to know that I was live because I had the script on my second monitor, which is where all of my Twitch stuff is. So I could not see anything other than the script. Embarrassing. So hopefully that does not happen again. I wish it was. I wish it was. It was not. I just had no
Why are we
clue.
still here? Just to suffer?
God damn it. But yeah, it was not pre-recorded. I wish it was, but it was not.
Just to suffer.
What is the cooldown on that? Okay. Squats. 1, 2, 3. What is your budget at now? Okay. Uh, jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm gonna need to raise that before long. Okay. Anything other than the embarrassing stream to mention? Jesus. uh, why do I feel so quiet? Oh, that's why. I accidentally lowered my headphones. That's why I was so quiet. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else to mention? I think I hit 40 on the ASMR channel already. Mostly thanks to finally uploading shorts. So, that's nice. Any other goals I hit? I don't think so. I desperately need to edit shorts. Uh, I need to do everything. I've got like nothing in my backlog. So, I don't know how long this stream will be. Uh, hopefully as long as possible. Hello, hello. But I will probably be pulling an all-nighter because I had a good sleep schedule for like one day, and then I have slept like 12 hours for the past 3 days. So I'm really living up to the sleepy bat thing. I'm really living up to it. I just can't get enough sleep. I'm all for clip farming. However, that was that was slightly mortifying. So okay. Good luck, good luck. But because the stuff I'll be doing on ASMR streams will not be quite that embarrassing, I don't think, because I won't really be getting into a character for the stuff I'll be reading, so it's less embarrassing than what happened earlier. But I recorded. Well, first off, I it's not a chain. I still have it on me, but it's like this little shoe decoration thing. Nice. But it's not chains, but also I needed it for the script has like sound effects cues. So it's like it was like sound of holding the collar tag. So I had this on hand. But it's like this nice little thing that's supposed to go on Converse shoes, I think. You just kind of put it on your laces. So it's not a chain, it's just like a little shoe charm. Thank you. I shall hydrate. But I try to, get all the objects I need for audios and stuff. But yeah, I also recorded one after it that if I was streaming for that, that would have been so much more embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Hello, hello. I am good. I'm good. But the one I recorded after that would have been, you might not have known it was a script because it was like a voicemail thing, and that would have been so much more embarrassing than somehow more embarrassing than the one that I ended up accidentally streaming. But I think it is time to get to the actual stream. I'm almost out. I'm halfway. But okay. I think I will try. Well, this. Nice, nice. Have a good breakfast. I am trying to avoid parasocialism, but the scripts are fun. The scripts are fun to do. I like getting into a character, and as long as y'all know it is a character and it is not real, it is fake fiction. Fake fiction, not real, not true. Act. They are not my own words. As long as y'all know that, that is fine. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. But we shall get to the videos, which I think Papa Me and Casual Geographic both have new videos. It is not real. It is real to no one. It is not real. But let me get into. Huh. But the first video has a fan base that might slightly terrify me. Slightly. So, uh, hopefully they don't come for me in the video. I'm very concerned. I'm already halfway through my glass. So, let's try and get as much done as we can. Let's switch to the main thing. Let me stretch my neck. Or not stretch it, pop it. I think it'll be a minute before we get to a moreparz video. I think we're gonna watch a few things before that that shouldn't include spiders. Hello, hello. Huh? let's get into the video. And this fan base slightly terrifies me. The Swifties, they terrify me. Maybe. But let me refresh chat so that way YouTube does not get mad at me for that. But Taylor Swift's wedding, that happened, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I do not keep up with Taylor Swift things or the Swifties because they terrify me. They terrify me. Be nice to YouTube. Be very nice to YouTube. Taylor Swift's nightmare wedding. I know nothing about her wedding. I don't even really know who she's marrying. His last name is Kelsey or something, right? I have no clue. Swifties, if you see this, I'm a big Taylor Swift fan. I liked her country music 10 years ago. Or was that 20? I don't even know when that came out. But so Swifties, don't come for me. Don't come for me. Have fun. Thank you. But let's get into Taylor Swift's Nightmare Wedding by Papa Meat. This video just came out yesterday, I think. But let's get into it. All I know is people were trying to like sell her trash, I think. It's too early in the video for this. But that's really all I know about her wedding, is that people were selling the trash from it, and that it was in New York for some reason. I don't know. But let's get into the video.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Come on, sit down, because today we're going to be talking about wedding disasters. But I'm not going to do it alone. I have my wife here.
Ooh.
God!
It's hard to scoot.
Faster!
On the carpet.
God! Hurry up. Place. It's a joke. There are going to be people like, you're going to get a bunch of guys DMing. Also, if you're a man, my wife's fine. All right? People don't know Allison has her own YouTube channel. God, it's not cute, Allison. It's cool. It's cute. It's called Beer Pup. She hasn't uploaded there in a while. Maybe she will soon. I don't know. But listen, every time you come on this channel, people always say he doesn't treat her right. You know what? We joke a lot, don't we? That's our love life. You have to say yes.
I don't know. It's 50-50.
Is Nick here?
Don't assume.
Right, well, this is why we have large gaps of our collaborations, because this attitude has got to stop. We're going to talk about wedding disasters today. Was our wedding a disaster?
No, I think it worked out really well.
We've talked about our wedding once before on this channel.
I think you didn't like the horse, but for me it was fine.
The horse did step on your toe, didn't it?
The horse broke my literal foot, and that's led to this physique today because I was bedbound for 8 months. Weddings are one of the most beautiful days in a person's life, but that doesn't mean they can't get ugly. Planning a good wedding can take months, if not an entire year. Everything from food, decorations, seating, and even things you can't control, like weather, need to be
if I ever got married, which is a big if, because I think I'm out of that realm. I think I'm kind of done with that shit. But if I ever did, I would just get eloped and spend the money on like a travel vacation. I would not bother with all this fancy shit. It feels like such a big waste of money for something that's like, what, 8 hours? You're spending like thousands, if not tens, hundreds, thousands. For Taylor Swift, probably millions. It's crazy. Yeah, I would just get eloped and call it a day.
Meticulously accounted for, unlike our wedding. Like the horse was accounted for.
And the cupcakes.
And a foot.
Ooh,
hospital foot bill.
That was accounted for?
The cupcakes were good, though.
Yeah, they were. And they were not that expensive. We had a very cheap wedding. It was nice.
Ew.
Nick, when you have your wedding, are you going to have a fairy tale wedding? Are you one of the guys that's like, ever since I was a little boy, I've always dreamt of my fairy tale wedding?
I'm going to be in a big carriage, wearing white, coming out with my dress.
Damn.
I could see you marrying. I could see you.
You're like, I'm in the dress.
I could see you marrying like a butch lesbian and being the bottom.
Well, yeah, she's wearing the tux, and I'm wearing the
I can see that.
I feel like that's probably happened before.
Oh, a million%. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that's what I see Nick doing. Regardless of how much planning you put in, though, there will always be a near endless amount of things that could go wrong. So today we're going to talk about some of the biggest wedding disasters out there. Now, we can't talk about this topic without bringing up one of the most widely publicized weddings ever, the American royal wedding. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce! Hey, congratulations, Taylor! Okay. Say it.
I got
Thank
his
you,
name
Mr.
right.
Wood. Mr. fucking Wood. Thanks for putting a ring on it, Mr. Big fucking Man. I'm Mrs. Taylor fucking Kelce. Does she keep your last name?
Oh, she's got to keep her last name. Also, that
Corporate
prenup,
overlords
Oh,
that
yeah,
own her soul.
definitely.
that paperwork on the prenup has to be like.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine when he divorces Taylor, which he inevitably will do. Which the public will say that Taylor left him. When he realizes that he's in a patch of rough pumpkins, that motherfucker, he's gonna go missing. Travis Kelce reportedly missing on his yacht off the coast of South Africa. Photo of him in the ocean.
There's gonna be an awesome album that comes out of it.
Oh
Gonna be
man,
her best album.
the next one's gonna be Baby album, and then it's post.
I have not listened to Taylor Swift since like 2016. Well, what song was that? Like Shake It Off, Bad Blood, one of those songs was like the last time I listened to her music. So all I've heard lately is that her music is falling off a little bit. Hello. Thank you. I can't name anything of hers that is modern. I mostly listen to her original country songs when she was a country singer. I would listen to that on my iPod. Unfortunately, I was an OG fan. Not anymore, though.
Divorce
She's gonna be
album.
talking about burning Mr.
Then she'll
Wood.
be like the Boss Woman album where she's like, I'm a single mom album.
Mr. Wood, more like no wood, and she goes full lesbian. Do you think Taylor Swift is switch lesbian?
No.
I think Taylor Swift is definitely one of those people that she's like one of the trad wives that's just like, what exactly is lesbian sex? It's just fingers and lumping around? Is there a thing, and this might be ignorant of me to say, this is an actual question, this is a legitimate question. You know that the way that men have erectile dysfunctions and they have a little pump that they can get their dick hard again? Do women have that for elongated, they could use as a to have lesbian sex?
I don't think it'd be big enough.
Oh, you
I think I have seen some photos.
you get a micro.
I've seen some, I mean, that look like a Polish man's thumb.
I don't think it exists.
I mean, like, not all of them are like this, but I've seen some online that looks like an elephant seal's nose. Where that motherfucker, all it needs is just a little bit of wind, and it would take flight. You know what I mean? All I know, that's what lesbian sex is.
This video is sponsored by Chime. Chime is an America's
What a
number one choice for banking,
segue
and now
of
you
me.
can earn up to $350 bonus when you sign up. With Chime, you get fee-free bonus. Thank you to Chime for sponsoring
Not
this
entirely
video.
sure what he was
Taylor
talking
Swift and Travis
about,
Kelce
but
got
okay.
married. Yes, and the entire world was forced to pay attention to it. Calling the whole wedding a disaster might be a bit of a stretch. It was more of a PR disaster than anything else, with several outlets.
All I know is that it was at a garden, and she had like blocked off multiple roads. I think. I think that's what happened. I've never heard of the location before, but if I was some billionaire, I would just get married in like a private location, nowhere near the heart of New York. I would get like some random state that no one's heard of, and just have a million bajillion acres to myself. I would not. That is so crazy to me. And why is there a fan line on her wedding day? What? But like the publicity, it was mostly negative, wasn't it? So that makes even less sense. I don't get celebrities. If I ever do this, I was replaced.
Calling it one of the tackiest weddings of all time. Jealousy. There was a carnival-style raffle, a musical performance from Taylor, and a collective 40 minutes of wedding vows, which also included Taylor singing.
What a narcissist.
Fuck you, man.
It does feel like this is more of a performance for other people than themselves. Like, do you think they got married and then did this? Like, some people do that.
This is a fairy tale wedding. And that's it. Nick, shut up.
I take back the narcissist because
Okay.
I could see if she's singing to him, that's cute.
Yeah.
But if she's singing to the crowd, just one of her songs.
What is wrong with that?
Have you ever had someone, like, sit and, like, sing to you?
All the time. People do it all the time to me. I love it.
I've never had someone sing to me, I don't think. I did used to. I used to sing someone to sleep on a phone call quite often. Well, that doesn't count. That does not count. I meant like romantic partners. Y'all are nowhere near that. But I used to sing, I forget the song, but I used to sing a very specific song to this person I was dating in, like, what was this, middle school? It was ages and ages ago. I used to sing to them until they went to sleep. So I and the dude that would play a guitar on a first date, more than I've never had that happen to me.
But-
Thankfully.
Like, your significant other, though, like, they just
Yeah, you
stop.
do. You sing your body's a wonderland to me all the time.
Well,
You
it's
do.
different.
Your
That's how you get in
body is a
that's the only
wonderland.
way you'll get in the mood anymore.
That's the only
What?
way that I'll get wet.
Anyway, it's not comfortable.
Your eyes there. An estimated $30 million was spent to host an over 1,000-person wedding at the Madison Square Garden in New York City.
That is... Where does the money even go at that point? I cannot even picture my dream, like absolute dream wedding coming anywhere near 30 million. Jesus Christ.
This feels like more like a zoo exhibit. Like
It
they have
is.
timed entry, like how we went to
It
the
is.
Oh,
aquarium.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
I wonder if it's a thing because she is such a corporate automaton that if it's just like you have to have everyone there, every person that has contributed to this robot has to be there, or the whole thing falls
She
down.
doesn't burn any bridges.
Yeah,
My suspicion is that they got married in a separate ceremony, and this is the public one.
probably.
I
Probably.
hope they
For a 40
did.
minute long concert. I
But
would
that's
fucking
still
hope so.
insane.
Daddy, what was it like? Well, then your mom played for 40 minutes.
Do you think he's gonna have CTE?
Oh yeah. If this is horrible to say, we should probably cut this, but it would not surprise me in the future if he Taylor Swift.
And his...
I hope not.
Jesus.
I'm not saying I don't
They
say I
did
want
not
that,
cut
but
that
I'm
out.
just saying motherfucker's been banged up on the field. I mean, I you know,
And he's still playing. Look at him. He's shit.
he's 43 years old.
Is
He's
he
still
even
running.
in a position where he gets
How
concussions
old
a
is
lot?
Taylor
Oh yeah,
Swift?
he's getting tackled.
Oh, he tackled his own guy one time, remember?
Hey, broke Xavier Ward
So
and
he's already,
collarbone.
He's already confused.
Yeah, he doesn't know where the fuck he's at. There's only one way to go. You either go that way or you go this way. That's on the field. running around. The sweltering heat, blocked off streets, and power outages were a perfect storm of excuses for
Power
people to direct their
outages?
ire towards the wedding. While some people were boiling inside Penn Station, the fantasy-like multi-million-dollar wedding directly above them was seen being supplied with multiple industrial-grade AC units. Not for you. You down there? I'm sweating. I'm so hot. Not for you. I feel like New York City would not be a hotbed, though, of T-Swift fans. To me, all the T-Swift fans, that's all the flyover states.
Well,
All the pigs and hogs
You would
in there.
travel there, also the suburbs.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's right. People coming in. People coming
She
in
would-
out of this to
people would
infect the
definitely
city.
go
I don't know
see
if this
that
was for the
reason.
wedding, but I know the mayor of New York said that he taxed the shit out of her, so that was good.
And she's like, why? For what? What do I have to pay? Why do I have to do that? Police officers were exhausted working overtime in 100-degree heat, skipping their breaks and working up to 30 hours nonstop to manage the lack of manpower. It's important to note that Taylor Swift did pay a lot of
How long was her wedding for them to need 30 hours? Jesus. Like, a wedding is like a one and done thing. It's not like it shouldn't be like a 2-day thing.
money to cover the overtime, right? Though many were still upset that they had to endure the brutal conditions for the event. It's just being like, it's like a thing of like basically like a pharaoh whipping your back and being like, and then like throwing gold shillings at you. I'm paying you.
The 100 degrees would break me.
Oh
I
my
would just
God,
leave.
in a full uniform.
80
It's like, okay,
degrees
I'm kind of
breaks
tired. Oh my
me.
God, fine. Well, how much you want? I mean, Jesus, Mr. Wood, where are you?
I would love if she actually was this awful in real life. And I
It
would love
would
but
make me love it more.
I feel like she's not, but it feels like that would be appropriate.
I don't think that she actually speaks human tongue.
So she's just like a weird alien creature now.
Who knows? Who knows?
She's made in the lab.
An eldritch being drug up from the sea hundreds of years ago. And those brutal conditions extend to having to witness the never-ending hordes of Swifties treating their wedding like their own major life event. Fans brave the scorching heat to crowd around the venue and screech their favorite songs in unison as cars full of potential celebrities drove by. And one more horrific scene, fans erupt into a frenzy after baked goods are donated to the crowd from a catering company. Here's leftovers, pigs. Throwing the muffins out. Eat it! And all her fans like,
They're freaking out over food being given to them. That just feels sad at that point. That feels genuinely sad. I hope they brought their own food for whatever stakeout they're doing.
One man records himself going feral over getting to be the chosen Swiftie to try an apple turnover pastry, with many comparing him in the crowd to the 1900s peasants.
Taylor Swift did not make it.
Yes, my lord.
Why?
I mean, I'm trying to think if there's a celebrity that would actually get me to be like that.
Cronenberg.
I think the only person maybe you could get close to would be James Hetfield.
I would only react that way if like some actual chef made those and give it hand delivered it to me on like I can't think, I can't say what I just thought. It was a body part. They would be hand delivering it to me on. Yeah. But that's the only way I would ever freak out if someone gave me pastries that was a celebrity. Like they would have had to made it. And I also don't know any of these people they're referencing. Like if I don't know, if Gordon Ramsay made me something, I would maybe freak out a tenth of that.
Oh, true.
Or
James
Lemmy.
Hetfield
Lemmy
just-
if he came back to life.
Lemmy?
Even then, I don't think you would like be crazy about like his leftover pizza crust.
No, probably not.
They
The
would've
Swifties
even
were quick
made
to
it.
protect Taylor at the first sign of criticism for her special day. At one point, even directing their anger towards a pub owner named Michael O'Brien, who was very vocal about how street closures and police barricades would affect foot traffic to his business. In response, the business was allegedly review bombed by Swifties. They claimed that he was greedy and begging for handouts despite valid concerns that the event would cause his restaurant to be completely barren on what would have been an otherwise busy night. Once again, during the World Cup, people are there out and about. This is how I make my nut this month.
She did that during World Cup? That is insane. What? Where was World Cup? I don't even know. I did not watch a single moment of that. Was that in New York at all? Or was it in was it California? Hell if I know. But doing that during the same time is crazy.
And all of a sudden, here comes, yeah.
You want business every night? That's kind of selfish.
Yeah. So you want to have customers every day?
You want customers?
Okay, this is Taylor's big day. He can close down.
This is Taylor's day.
Fuck your life.
Taylor's
It's
day.
her day.
In the realm of wedding events, it's not just celebrities that are tacky. Bad taste spans all tiers of wealth, my friends. One prime example is the concept of serial weddings, which is when you enjoy getting married so much that you host multiple events in order to experience the magic over and over again.
You're
To the
one
same
step away from just
person?
being a drug addict.
You are, I mean, like, yeah, you're basically like,
I need that hit.
you are someone who jokes too heavily about smoking crack. I mean, what if we just like serve crack at the wedding?
I mean, am I wrong?
I have said this, and I will go on record saying this more. Weddings are, besides a Roman Catholic wedding that's the last layer of hell, but a baby's christening is the only thing worse than being invited to a wedding. A funeral is more fun than going to a wedding. That's true.
Receptions are fun though.
I've only been with my corporate memory. The only thing I can remember are funerals. I think when I was like 5, I maybe went to a wedding for some family of a friend thing, but I've only been to funerals, and I kind of enjoy funerals because you get a shit ton of food, and no one cares if you just sit in the back of like the cafeteria and eat instead of being in the funeral room. No one cares. Yeah, that's basically what I did for like every time someone dies. I just spend it all in the cafeteria. Because they have like cupcakes, they have like delicious food, and like almost no one is in the cafeteria. It's amazing. It's awesome. Love it.
If it's your own wedding, more power to you because it's your day. Funeral, you know what the thing about the funeral? You start sad, everyone ends happy every time. And everyone is like putting on such a thing of like, fuck, they were awesome.
Oh yeah,
I don't
They hype you up,
bother with that.
Yeah, it turns into, I'm telling you, funerals, way more fun. And also there's a dead body there. That's kind of crazy too. Like,
I
to think
feel
about.
like half of funerals though are just other family members kind of checking who showed up so they can be a bitch about it.
And
Yeah,
bring
that's
food.
weddings too, though. Or with weddings, every time at a funeral, you know, you never hear, why did they come? They're usually happy that someone just showed up.
No. Y'all have never seen drama if you've not seen people get mad at someone showing up at a funeral. I remember someone, I'm not gonna do specifics, but someone who was not a good person to the person who died showed up to the funeral, and some people almost like got them out of there. So you do not know drama if you've not seen someone be angry about someone showing up to a funeral. But boys, it is entertaining though.
A
No,
rival
but if your
funeral.
rival shows up, that it's paying respect.
I would love if I
No,
died
it's
and my
not.
rival showed up.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at him from across to him. I'm gonna look at him from across the way and just do.
If my rival showed up, I would
Are you the
haunt
dead one?
them.
I'm saying I'm dead and my rival.
No, I know.
I would hope they would die.
You're fucking already in the
Funeral.
ground. You're dead. Doesn't
So
matter.
you're a ghost.
I'm alive.
You're the
You
rival.
are. No, Allison, you're dead. You're in the ground, rotting, worms eating your tits. I'm in a duster. It's raining. Who do I see across the fucking graveyard? Your rival.
My rival.
Yes.
He's a guy. Okay.
Yes. And I sit there and I do. I give him one of those. A content creator by the name of The Serial Bride.
Huh?
Oh my God. A content creator by the name of The Serial Bride has gotten married 7 times and is currently planning her 8th wedding.
Is it the
different
same
men or just
person?
one person?
I think the same.
Oh my God, who is paying for this?
So just like
their content.
renewing
I'm gonna bet
vows?
that she loves Disney.
Oh, all right. If
I feel like Disney
it does
and
not go into Disney right here,
weddings
I'm going to be
goes
so surprised. Yeah. She loves getting married so much that she has branded her entire social media presence around it. She's not getting married in church, though. In fact, 5 of her 7 weddings have taken place, and you guessed it, Disneyland. What a call!
Of course.
Holy shit!
Well,
God,
it's
how
the
easy is that?
fantasy world.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Do you think it's just the money from social media that she cares about more?
No. I
She's
think
probably
it's.
in
She's getting
debt.
divorced or she's marrying the same guy?
I think it's getting married to the same guy.
I would assume she's in debt. I would.
Okay.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've done at a wedding?
Most embarrassing thing I've done at a wedding? I don't know. I watched my mom's boyfriend fight my cousin one time. That was pretty.
Well,
That was
just watching it was embarrassing.
Yes. Yeah. I remember being like.
I had to scoot between 2 chairs and I farted really loud.
What did you look up to? You ever do?
I just ran away with my food.
And you had food, disgusting
yeah,
rat.
holding a big thing of cake and everything. The thing that's causing you to shit your pants. Have you ever done the post-fart look-up thing? It's like, what?
No.
And it couldn't be more obvious that you did it.
Because you like startle yourself sometimes.
Who was that?
Oh, yeah, you gotta
Oh,
play it
it's
off.
fucking
It wasn't
you.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
It
that?
reeks over here. Oh, it smells disgusting. I don't know who that was. The Serial Bride has been seen in various wedding outfits in almost every part of the park, while the groom often wears the same suit in fedora combo, which I have to respect that. It looks very good.
I love the
Tips
fedora.
hat,
Oh my
my
God,
lady.
absolutely. On the other end of the spectrum, some
bride.
couples don't need multiple extravagant weddings. One simple, cheap wedding is good enough. If we
Right.
got divorced, would you get remarried again?
No, I'd probably just be one of those people who's like, I'll date you for a long time.
I'll be
I
honest.
don't see the point after the first one.
I got my fill the first time around.
I mean, unless I like was with them and I was like, this is so fucking good. But I don't know.
What do you mean? This is so fucking good. Most people know that the clothing and the venue are among the most expensive costs for weddings. That's why some people skip them entirely. One frugal couple posted numerous videos of their wedding in which they rented a large space in an empty public library where everyone wore flannels, shirts, and jeans. I don't know about that. Why don't you just...
I mean, did they like
That
to
was
read?
that's all I needed. That's all I needed for that response.
Well,
They received tons of backlash from both strangers and loved ones, leading the couple to cut ties with a few of their
Why?
friends and family. Which, you know what, dude? It's my
If
wedding.
your family's pissed about that,
What was
like, get
the
over
backlash
yourself.
for?
It's your wedding.
It's my fucking wedding, mom or aunt.
I'm actually on their side now, fully.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't think it was a problem to have the wedding in the library to begin with. Down in Florida, a couple said, "I do" in the back of a pickup truck while friends and family cheered along. Bride wore a white lace bikini with a bridal veil, while the groom wore overalls and no shirt. And to top it off, after the ceremony ended, the groom picked up the bride and carried her over to a nearby mud bog and tossed her in.
oh,
Yeah.
You know what? Infinitely more interesting than Taylor Swift's wedding.
Now everyone's having fun.
What is the group again that has the owl statue, like the cult, the famous cult that's in the woods? Yeah, the rich people cult. What the fuck is that again? Alex Jones did a thing on it too.
Bohemian
Whatever.
Grove.
Whatever. You see some fake cult tapes from that. If that kind of footage was coming out of the Taylor Swift wedding, I would think it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? It's like a
Ceremony.
VHS quality camera. There's a giant fucking statue of her, like in the form of an owl. Giant fucking fire in there, and then there's people like.
I would love it.
now that would make it worth the 30 million. If that came out, that would make it worth the 30 million.
if they put Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on like a pillar of wood, burn them alive, but then they're unscathed. They come out because Owl God approved the marriage.
They come back as a gender neutral person because they're both
Ah,
man and
me.
woman.
Oh, so they're combined.
They're combined,
So it's
and
just
they look like one of the milkmen from
movies
Prometheus.
together.
No, but then during the thing, you see fucking like this witch hand come out. There's all kinds of like chaotic. It's like in the Wailing, that part whenever he's like doing the exorcism outside. All the Asian trumpets and shit. And you see a witch hand holding a baby. And fucking something from the shadows comes out, grabs it.
So they sacrificed a baby.
Yeah.
That's a fact. They did that.
Yeah, that's probably what really
Spread
happened.
that.
They did that. Spread that information because that's what happened.
Yeah,
it's not misinformation if it's
that's
true.
what they
It's
did.
not
Real and
misinformation.
true.
It becomes true.
Taylor Swift's visit Patreon for the truth.
No.
If you thought being criticized for a tacky ceremony was the worst thing you
Lizard
can
people.
experience on your wedding day, you'd be dead wrong, bitch. After dropping countless hours and dollars into a wedding, the worst thing you could experience is having to cancel the event altogether. Waste all that money, you're prepping for it. Come on.
That happened to us.
What?
Because
COVID.
COVID. It canceled all. We had all our venues and everything got canceled.
That was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life.
Yeah.
That canceled. We just went to a beach. It was actually very nice.
Well, and then the reason we're even
Except for the broken
doing
foot.
our wedding in those places, all those people died. So then we didn't even have a reason to be there.
That's another thing too. Another thing about the weddings is just being like, well, I can't have it here because fucking Aunt Gigi can't get on a plane because she's just like.
You are so pretty in your wedding dress.
You're like, thank you, Aunt Gigi.
I know
didn't know
a
they're
person
eating
like that in my
succotash, like-
family.
Ew.
I don't know if they're still alive or
And I'm
not.
like, it's just
forget.
death around me. That's another thing too that I hate about weddings is you're always gonna have like maybe half of them are divorced. If only can. It's that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bitter
You'll
people.
regret
So
it.
bitter. Shit, now I'm just getting pissed off.
On my side, I have a couple people who just can't be in the same room as each other, so I just avoided that.
It was for the best. Once
I'm
again,
gonna do a
without
Zoom
the
wedding.
without the broken foot. Show the X-ray. You're doing a Zoom wedding. That's awesome. Your wife is even in. Isn't even there. You kiss your webcam. All right, babe, I gotta go. Bye.
Or you just start live streaming you guys playing League together after.
Oh, yeah, all chatting. First game as a couple. Everyone's like, self, whatever, all that stuff. In 2025, Father Fabio Marha was in the middle of giving his blessings to a couple when out of nowhere, the room began to laugh. Confused by what was going on, he peeked around at the altar and saw that the groom had stuck a piece of paper reading, "Help me, get me out of here," to the sole of his shoe so it would be exposed when he knelt and received the priest's blessing. Enraged by this, Fabio canceled the wedding on the spot and refused to bless the couple. The story of the canceled wedding went viral, and eventually Father Fabio would go on the Brazilian podcast LindaCast, where he tore into the groom further. He said the groom should have saved the jokes for the after party because marriage is a serious matter.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little weird. That I would have probably taken it seriously, just because who does that?
That the church takes seriously, just like touching kids.
I think God is a sense
I mean,
of
they
humor.
don't take
Otherwise,
that
why would he make
seriously.
it so fucking funny?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we are pretty funny.
If you want more jokes, head over to the Patreon. One bridezilla sent a list of rules for the bridal party so obnoxious that a bridesmaid considered refusing to go entirely. What's one impossible demand you'd want at a wedding?
That I would want?
Yeah, if you got remarried.
I'd still involve horses, but I'd want us to like kind of like trail ride out to like a national park setting and have the wedding in the middle of the woods. And that's kind of it.
And I want there to be a satyr playing a pan
Well,
flute.
Mr. Tumnus is the guy.
Hello. I'd get married on a pirate ship and have a one-piece wedding.
That
and
would
have
be
to
a
eat her
lot.
gum
That
gum.
would be kind of sick
Honestly,
though.
that seems kind of doable.
Because I would assume after you're done, you would party on the ship.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
on a ship
Someone
does
will
sound more
drown, someone
fun
will fall
than
off
at
the
a
ground.
random
It's in the middle of the night. We
garden.
can't find their body.
why aren't there more cruise weddings? Like small cruise.
What he just said.
Yeah, but I never hear about them happening.
Well, I think that might be covering it up.
Not enough nautical couples.
One rule demanded that each member of the bridal party make a generous $5,000 contribution to cover the cost of their dresses, makeup, shoes, and hair. Are you high?
You're lucky to get a few hundred from some of your family. 5,000 is crazy. Jesus, how much is that wedding dress?
Pig. As for the wedding day, no bridesmaids would be allowed to eat after 7 a.m. or until the wedding ceremony is completed. They are not allowed to drink, no dancing during the reception, no children or plus ones that aren't spouses, and if they have
That's
tattoos,
fair.
they must be covered. Fuck this
Have
person.
really low blood
Oh
sugar
my
and
God.
don't say anything.
No matter how much you plan for a wedding, there's only so much you can do to control individual guests from ruining the vibe of the wedding. And nothing kills a vibe quicker than a horrible fucking speech, dude. It's the worst. A bad speech, usually it's always people trying to be funny, and it just is brutal. At one wedding, a bridesmaid got on the mic in front of a room full of black guests and made sure to quell any fears that the audience may have had that she was going to say something racist.
Why is
Racist, you guys. I'm just
why is that your first thought? Why would you be worried about that during a wedding? Why is that your first thought? I would never need to do a disclaimer like that. That's what?
Well, it's too late. She
When you
already
have it,
immediately went
when you
there.
go into a room full of black people, I'm sure the first thing they want to hear is, by the way, guys, I don't plan on saying anything racist.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking it.
It's all up here. It's not going to come out of here. She goes on to say how proud she is of a bride and groom for being an interracial couple and that she's proud of them for breaking stereotypes. Continuing her social kamikaze, she reiterates how much she loves black people and how proud she is of every guest in attendance for, once again, breaking stereotypes.
Weddings don't have to have speeches.
I hate it when they do. You know, I hate is always the thing where it's like, you know, some of you guys might know me as Rob's best friend, or as Rob says, I'm the fucking
I've never been to
annihilator.
weddings
the
to
tickler.
encounter that.
Yeah, I'm the tickler. I'm the tickler. Come here, Rob. Rob, come here. Me and Rob had
Take it
gay
away from
sex.
me.
Sophomore
Hell
year
yeah,
of college.
Rob.
He deflowered me.
Did you like it?
See, I would tell that joke. I see my best friend didn't pick me to be the what is it, the best man?
You know, I love this. My best friend. I like how that's definitely a one-way street. The best friend I've ever had. He's just like, I know Nick.
He was
I've
afraid I
known
was
him
gonna
for a
tell the
little
gay
bit.
Story.
You probably would,
I
Nick.
would.
You have no filter. You know, I used to dream about sucking this guy's.
You're lucky.
We're not gay. But if you're gay, thank you
But
for
if we
breaking
could be.
stereotypes.
Honestly, if I was a wedding and that happened, I would love that.
Oh, I'd be so invested. And it was
Now
every
it's-
night.
Now it's drama.
It was every night for 3 months. He's like trying to pull the mic down, and I sat there, and he'd have his way. Get off! He'd have his way with me.
Well, I made a joke, be like, "You're one lucky woman," because I've seen what's in his pants.
I'm a little sad. I'm not gonna look at it anymore.
No, it was huge. One time he shocked me with
Next
it.
photo.
Wait, are you talking about a real person?
Yes, I'm telling you. And he's had dreams about sucking this guy's.
I thought we were talking about a bit.
He sucked my
Did he really?
in my dream. In my dream.
I was like,
You were very. See, this is why girls will also get into the whole like gay
If
romantic
I'm
like
saying during the
romantic books.
wedding, the second that would happen, I would clock in. I'd be like, I'm actually really interested now.
At a different wedding, a groom barely made it a minute into a speech to his wife before
I
saying,
think I've heard
God.
this.
Only two things are required to keep me happy: keep my belly full and my balls empty. So you're amazing at half of it. We really need to get you some cooking lessons.
He then went on to say that he would never love anyone more than her unless he got to meet Margot Robbie in person. He continued making sexual references and even had to be reprimanded by his mother after explaining how nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard banging.
That's just gross. I feel like he's trying to be funny, but
It's supposed to be funny, but it's also just like so
in front
inappropriate.
of your family and her family.
When it comes to a wedding,
That is insane. I know I am very lewd. I don't even hold hands in front of like people in real life. I would never say this shit. Holy shit. Jesus.
humiliation, wedding planners have tons of stories to tell. One tells the tale of a wealthy bride who gambled on a fart and lost. I knew that was gonna get her.
I love those.
Anytime you say fart, she's gonna die. The woman who was described as a massive bridezilla had been drinking a combination of health shakes and alcohol during cocktail hour to try and curb bloating. Something she soon regretted as her waterproof latex shaper began to inflate like a diarrhea balloon after an ill-tamed fart. She tried to clean up as much as she could, but their scheduled choreography dance was beginning, and she refused to alter her original plans. The poor bride spun around the dance floor, holding the brown bubble in her waist trainer and trying to
Excuse yourself and go. clean
Allison,
up.
you don't
Just
get
go to the bathroom.
and tried to covertly move it toward her back. Her husband unknowingly rested his hand directly on it during the routine. They pushed through the festivities even as the smell became obvious to the entire room. Even with hands slightly stained
Use
from
the
poop, the two of them fed cake to each other
With
as
the
planned.
poop hands?
Ooh.
Why would you
That's
just go
love.
to the bathroom like, sorry guys, I need to pause for 5 fucking
Bride
seconds.
emergency.
Probably because it's the same thing of like I don't think it's correct, but I think it's the idea that if I say it now, everyone's gonna know that I went poop. If I pooped my pants at our wedding, would you have gone through with it, or is that a sign? That's a sign from God, I think.
Well, did you do it on purpose or were you sick?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm too embarrassed.
I mean, I'd give you the benefit of the doubt, but
Thank you.
It also depends. Like, are you gonna go clean it up? Or are you just like you just refuse to
Are you
clean up
just
the
gonna
shitty?
sit in it?
He just reeks. He's like, I'm not going. People will know. People know I shit my
I'd
pants
be
if I
like,
go.
they know because you smell like shit.
You don't know that.
This is where my plan. I had this plan in 6th grade. Where if I ever shit myself in public, I would just start hyperventilating and fall on the floor and pass
Such a
out.
good idea. Because then if you pass out, then it's like he shit himself when he fell down. That's actually a great idea.
I like how you plan for that.
I had stomach problems. I still have stomach problems, but
Me too, Nick.
Ever since I've known him, this is true. I have not heard of him having one solid bowel movement.
Have you shit yourself?
I've shit in my mom's robe one
All
time.
right.
A long time ago, though. Not since I've known you. Many of these disasters can be chalked up to an ignorance or just bad luck. The worst kind of wedding nightmare, however, is when malicious wedding crashers make it their mission to intentionally ruin your special day for their own fucking amusement. For one groom, this made him so enraged that he nearly killed the people responsible. During the bridal march, a group of drunks drove into the wedding procession on ATVs, wielding paintball guns. They peppered the bride with paint, destroying her wedding dress. She began to bawl her eyes out, and her husband responded by grabbing a folding chair and hurling at the lead crasher, causing it to get tangled in the wheel and send her flying out of the seat. Awesome. The other 5 members of the group swerved to avoid the stalled ATV, causing each of their ATVs to roll over. This caused a near mass casualty event as each rider suffered nasty injuries. One driver split his shin in 2. Other driver dislocated their elbow and knee. He was also ejected from his vehicle before having 3 of his fingers sliced off when one of his accomplices accidentally ran them over and had them caught on the front grille of the ATV. One of the other drivers launched in the air and was then run over by 2 other ATVs and had both of his arms broken. He also broke his right femur in the process. And the 5th member suffered the fewest injuries, simply landing on a muddy hill. That was from one chair throw.
Also, it's like, yeah, that's a lot of chaos.
I will say, I would chase.
What was
I
the
don't feel bad for
cause?
them
If someone ran up and shot you, like, also, first off, how disrespectful you be.
hurt so bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. I'm glad that I wish they would have died. Understood. If you disrupt a wedding like that, fuck yourself.
Well, it seems like they all, other than the guy who landed on a mud hill, they all kind of got.
Well, see, he would get it worse.
That was insane.
But I would leave them all alive. They'd all be vegetables, though.
Even the head turn.
And then I would give my wife a throne made of their broken ATVs, and I'd give you a new 4-wheeler.
I'd like that.
Weddings, no matter how amazing they're supposed to be, are a massive source of stress that can lead to all sorts of problems. There can be a lot of pressure put on a bride and groom to put on a big, complicated event. But at the end of the day, it's your day, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with your budget that makes you happy, right? Ideally, just don't make it everyone else's problem. It's easier to respect a wedding with jeans and flannel shirts over an arena wedding that shuts down major streets and basically bankrupts businesses.
Yep.
Thanks, Taylor. And thanks, Mr. fucking Wood. Also,
Yep. Hopefully the Swifties do not come for me. But if you've been to a wedding, what was the weirdest thing you ever encountered. Let me know down below. And until next time, bye-bye. Wow. Let's go back to this. That was an insane ending. Holy. Yeah, I know I've been to at least one wedding, but I remember absolutely zero of it. Nothing. Nada. Okay, what is the next video? The new casual geographic video. We shall get to that. I need a drink. Okay. I have a vague idea from the title, but I don't really know what this is going to be about. But, okay. How long is this? Let me do that. Okay. How to love an animal to death. I don't know what this is going to be about, but this is a new video by Casual Geographic. I guess about maybe causing animals extinctions because we put them in cages or zoos, if I had to guess, maybe, or because they become too domesticated and that causes issues, maybe something like that, if I had to guess. But let's get into the video. If you're new here, like, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite animal is. Yeah, mine is obviously the bat. Yeah. Now let's get into the video.
This is the exact moment right before a sea lion grabbed and dragged a little girl off a fisherman's wharf off British Columbia. Thankfully, she was immediately rescued and mostly unharmed, but given a small parting gift of a small superficial bite wound and a trip to the hospital to be treated for seal finger, which surely wasn't fun. This situation turned out a lot better than it could have been, but it's only a symptom of a much larger problem. This is the skull of a polar bear, the largest land predator on Earth, and an instant health bar above your head when you see one.
Okay.
This is the skull of the mercifully extinct short-faced bear, and this is the skull of a spotted hyena, a predatory laugh track with jaws that can chew through an elephant's leg. Nobody with people that actually care about them would ever walk willingly into the strike range of one of these animals. Right. The problem is I lied. That is not a bear. That is the internal headpiece of a stellar sea lion. Here's a quick video for the uninitiated. No respectable parent would ever allow their child anywhere near these wild predators. Yet there's an asinine number that'll not just...
I mean, in one of the last videos, we did see people being stupid enough to put their children over the railings of some of those animals, so it's not impossible. I just think people probably assume that, like, sea lions and stuff probably can't move as fast on land. It's probably why people do that stuff.
Walk up to these, they'll seemingly offer their children to a predator in a way that should put you in a PDF doc. As a 9, as a 10, that's as a 20. Even in this video, the sea lion literally lunges within inches of the little girl. Yet no one gains a sense of urgency until it triggers an Amber Alert.
Well, it was very close.
Treat sea lions the way you would a grizzly bear, because if you look at the skull, they're already halfway there. Sea lions got their name for one main reason. But you see, sea lions be lying and actually lie on the dog side of Order Carnivora, right there next to the bears of Ursidae and the weasel crashouts Mustelids. Beach bears have decided to do the land thing part-time. Think of that every time someone calls one a sea puppy. They give bear in the face and bear in the waist, and I'm talking about their diet. Don't think they only eat fish, they'll straight up run down penguins. They'll unscrew the heads off of seagulls like bottle caps. I've seen them do it. They'll rip the throats out of sharks and eat them. Don't think that relationship is one-sided. There's whatever disrespect is this picture, and they'll even resort to flipper friendly fire, as South American sea lions have mauled and eaten baby elephant seals. And some adult elephant seals will stalk and eat baby sea lions. And there's even seals that will eat other seals. And the same way you have land bears pulling up for a piece of our garbage, in some places like Chile, you have sea lions spawning at fish markets for free eats. And if you live here, a panhandling pinniped is as common to you as a deer, fox, or raccoon. But this can also lead to turf wars between the city slicking sea lions and packs of stray dogs already living there. Y'all call them sea dogs. Maybe I'll need to see them next to dogs to realize Gulf grizzlies are not a joke. Nobody realizes how big sea lions are until it's time to realize how big sea lions are. Stellar sea lions are furry flippered boulders that can get to 9 feet and over 2,000 pounds of pinniped.
That is almost double my height.
But even the more common California sea lion can humble you at over 800 pounds of blubber. Now, this isn't to demonize them. They are wild carnivores that actually don't have a reputation for being super aggressive. Unless you run into a hallucinating sea lion. That nightmare situation is the work of toxic algae blooms, the red tide, aka the Pacific's period. You know, jokes like that are the reason my audience is only 20% female. The problem is the toxic algae is eaten by small fish, and the small fish are then eaten by sea lions, meaning the sea bears bioaccumulate a neurotoxin that can lead to domoic acid toxicosis, which essentially turns them into zombies. Poison sea lions can suffer seizures and severe lethargy, but can also become wildly, almost rabidly aggressive. Girl, if you don't stand up. One man was surfing when an intoxicated sea lion jumped him and dragged him off his board. From the way he would describe the attack, you'd swear the sea lion was possessed by a demon. Sea lion almost had him lying under the sea permanently. Now, this isn't to make you hate or fear sea lion. Well, actually, yeah, it is a little. Healthy fear, you know? Because this video proves two things. One, as a society, we are not afraid of sea lions enough. And two, I gotta re-examine my personal biases. I've known about this video for years, and for years I assumed it took place somewhere in South America, like Uruguay. Shout out to Uruguay. This was in San Diego, La Jolla, actually. I know.
I would assume it's America because Americans do a little bit of dumb stuff, so I'm not surprised it's American.
That because I went to San Diego, I went to La Jolla, and y'all do not take sea lions seriously over there. Which proves the third thing. We as a society are not nearly afraid enough of seal finger. And if you're wondering, seal finger is what happens when a sea lion that eats fish for a living without seeing floss or lying on a dentist chair bites you. Just an incredibly painful bacterial infection that can escalate to an amputation, and a hand that appears to be inflated. The chances you catch the seal version of the cheese touch are low, but everyone here is effing around on the doorstep of finding out, like this girl almost did. You never want to get got, but if you do, the incubation period of only a few days means you best get treatment soon. Waiting too long can be the difference between a cool scar with a story to tell and being a finger short on a handshake. I wouldn't know. I've never been mauled by a sea lion. I did get bitten by a squirrel as a kid, though. To be fair, it was not the squirrel's fault. Either way, you can probably relate to putting off doctor's appointments longer than you should, and I would know. These dunks came at a price, and it's that I've seen the inside of more physical therapy clinics than gyms. Somehow, I'm still not down. The longer I live, the more I understand this man right here. That's why it's pretty cool to have ZocDoc sponsoring this video. ZocDoc's a free website that lets you search and compare in-network doctors, read actual human patient reviews, area of entry. You can hit the link in the description or go to ZocDoc.com/casualgeographic. Shout out to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video and for making taking care of your health that much easier. There is an even easier way though, because not doing this would have cost you absolutely nothing.
Yeah, just
instead you're negotiating custody.
Don't go into sea lions area. Just don't do that. Maybe it doesn't sound that hard to avoid them.
With a wild carnivore. Now, mentioning their size, eyes, and predatory pastimes wasn't to make you hate them, but if you ignore that, you might be one of those people guilty of loving them to death. There are no absolutes in nature. Calling a wild apex predator a sea puppy can be just as damaging as dropping jaws on them. And I don't think there's a single predator that gets sea puppied more than an animal literally named lion. I don't think people realize how terrifying it is to get jumped by a mob of sea lions, especially in the water. But the problem isn't the sea lions. It's the people. Like I said, I just went to La Jolla in San Diego. I could not believe the lack of respect for a predator. People senselessly swarming them, completely crowding them.
I feel like people are not as afraid of like sea creatures with the exception of sharks. Everything else, I don't think people really fear as much as they should, especially like mammals that can go on the land. Especially like Florida, they are not as scared. They're not scared of alligators and crocodiles as they should be.
And even just barely being run over by them. Pause it. If an animal with sea in its name charges you, I do not think retreating into the water is the best use of your mental faculties. This was an insane image. One, because I do not think these people realize they are within striking range of an animal that could literally drown them. But more importantly, two, this is only going to get sea lions killed. San Diego has arguably the best weather in America, with beaches that rank pretty high up too. It's the perfect nursery for hauled out sea lions, who have their pupping season from mid-May through October, with many pups being born in June. One mother recently went viral for birthing twins, which is incredibly, like, never seen before in the wild, rare. The problem is that pupping season also coincides with the peak of tourist seasons, and it's usually tourists that you'll see harassing locals. And this has had devastating consequences. Just this year, out of the 20 sea lion pups born at La Jolla Cove, 9 have already died, with many showing signs of starvation due to abandonment. When people crowd a mother sea lion for pictures, it doesn't just cause unnecessary stress to an animal that should be at rest. It can force the mother into a decision: either stay in a stressful, potentially life-threatening situation, or bail on her baby. It sounds messed up, but in an evolutionary sense, you can always make another baby. Now, should you die, your baby go, and so does your baby-making career. It's why marsupials like kangaroos and quokkas will straight up eject their offspring as a last resort. The problem is that last resort often leads to sea lion pups starving to death for a picture you could have just taken from further away with a zoom. Like what are we doing? Now, we can't pin all the deaths on people, but at a nearby cove, out of the 25
I wouldn't mind doing
so
that.
far only 2 have died. So if it was outside factors, you'd expect most, if not all, the pups to be in past tense. But for some reason, one beach has way more infant flatlines than the other, and the only difference is La Jolla Cove is open to people. The tragic irony is, it's probably the people that adore them the most. You know, the animal lovers that just can't help themselves from getting close that are getting
They
the
need
sea
to help
lions buried.
themselves and
Basically,
not do that.
seals and sea lions are being loved to death, and it's not just a problem in San Diego. All right, let's talk about Neil the seal. I am very scared for Neil. Neil is a southern elephant seal whose mother had a problem.
Is that the one that's in Australia that moreparz mentioned, or is that a different one?
In 2020, she was inexperienced and very pregnant. Instead of giving birth on Macquarie Island like up to 20,000 other mother elephant seals, she got lost, possibly in a bad storm, and ended up nearly 1,000 miles off course and had Neil in Salem Bay in Tasmania. In a matter of time and mother's milk, Neil grew up fast and quickly went viral for his blatant disregard for human infrastructure. Neil was a flesh torpedo-shaped disrespect to his surroundings, whether it was by galumphing into oncoming traffic or asserting his dominance on a traffic cone. Neil was an ungovernable menace to society that everyone loved. He was basically on a first-name basis with an entire town. That's how Tasmania became the only place where a legitimate excuse to miss work was a 1,300-pound Neil sleeping in front of your car. Neil blew up in weight, but in clout too, flexing a fan page almost 3 times the population of Tasmania. Neil had messed around and become a national treasure in a place he wasn't supposed to be in. And that would be a problem, one that would come down to the very nature of elephant seals. Southern elephant seals, like many pinnipeds, have strong sight fidelity. Like turtles, they show up to the same beach year after year, so even though they spend up to 10 months at sea, where they'll haul out on land is always a guarantee. But with Neil born in Tasmania, instead of an island like Macquarie, his instinctual GPS will always bring him closer to people than seals. Even if they tried relocating several tons of testosterone, eventually he'd just spawn back in like a homing pigeon. Which leads to the second problem. Southern elephant seals aren't just the biggest seals, they're by far the tankiest carnivorans. The stellar sea lions from before can weigh 2,500 pounds. The walruses can peak at 4,000, but a peak elephant seal can break the scales at nearly 9,000 pounds. Males use that bulk to get into violently bloody sledgehammer matches for females, which makes Neil's Neilness make sense. Neil is only a fraction of his final form, and he's only going to get bigger. For now, Neil...
Hello! Hello, thank you for the raid. Holy shit. Hello. Scarlet. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic. Scarlet. Hello. Thank you for the raid. Holy shit. Hello. We are watching the latest video by Casual Geographic. I am Mistic. I am a Bat Elf VTuber. I do horror games, reactions. I'm doing an ASMR stream sometime this week. I do art. I do a lot of stuff. Hello. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What did you do? We are learning about how to love an animal to death, which is basically saying don't mess with sea lions, otherwise you're gonna make them suffer. Hello. I am having a good stream. Ooh, nice. We do a lot of yapping here too, so hopefully everyone enjoys it. This is Neil. I forget the name of it. It was a long name. It was like a something walrus. Is he a sea lion? I forget. I have the memory. Not quite of a bat, but more of a goldfish. I have a very short memory. But hello. Good night. All good, all good. Have a good night. Thank you, thank you. I'll go back a little bit, because so everyone can catch up. Elephant seal. That's what he is, an elephant seal. I immediately forgot. An elephant seal, but this video is mainly about sea lions, I believe. But it'll probably be about multiple different sea lions. But hello, everyone. Hello. Neil is not a meal. Let's not eat Neil. But yes, elephant seal. 9,000 pounds is crazy. That is insane. Okay,
at
back to
nearly
the video.
9,000 pounds.
Hello,
Males
everyone.
use that bolt to get into violently bloody sledgehammer matches for
that is
females,
insane.
which makes Neil's Neilness make sense.
And also
Neil
very
is only
sad.
a fraction of his final form, and he's only going to get bigger.
How
For
old
now,
is he? I
Neil's
forget.
gone back to the sea, but eventually he'll come back as a Beachmaster level bull, and with him, so will the chances someone's human curiosity gets him turned into a chalk outline.
It also sucks that I doubt he's going to encounter that many of his own kind, probably in Tasmania. I highly doubt he's going to, unfortunately, see anyone like him other than just tourists following him around.
In a story you've heard before, the moment it happens, Neil will be a dead seal.
Aww.
To be fair, Tasmanian officials insist that
Hello.
euthanasia is not the move, and there have even been petitions signed against it. But the more people willfully come into contact with Neil, the higher the chances someone ends up loving Neil to death.
Wow.
It wouldn't be the first time. We've played these games before,
no.
and it ended.
Before he says that, I do not understand going up to a wild animal, and two, a wild animal that has been known to be a little bit of a menace. I don't understand that. That is just an accident waiting to happen for either you or for the animal. No, Neil does not need McDonald's. I think he's big enough of a boy. We don't need McDonald's for him.
With an
This is
execution.
gonna get sad, probably.
Meet Freya. Freya was another
Freya.
anomaly. Instead of living in the Arctic Circle with her own kind,
Okay.
somehow the walrus had
Australia?
ended up hundreds of miles away, seen frequenting the coasts of Sweden, Denmark, Germany, and the
It is,
Netherlands
it
as
is.
early as 2019. There's no way to tell how a walrus wound up there. Some say climate change. But also, walruses have the habit of waking up in the weirdest places.
Really?
Either way, Freya became a staple, and by 2021, she was named after the Norse goddess of love and beauty. By
Ooh.
summer 2022, she arrived in Oslo Fjord, Norway, where her habit of sunbathing on and sometimes sinking boats made her as famous as a walrus could be. It was like Norway had their own Selkie, and Miss Freya
Where is this
easily
gonna go
became a
wrong?
national celebrity. With all the attention,
nervous.
people started coming in from all over to see Freya, often getting close enough to audition for a Darwin Award. Reminder that walruses are tusked blubber-backed units that can make polar bears pump fake, and Freya herself
Really?
weighed
They're
about
in the
as much
same
as a cute
area?
buffalo. That didn't stop people from getting within tusk range, and Freya didn't make it any easier, as she'd gotten comfortable enough with people to start actively approaching them.
Oh,
Walruses
no.
are hyper-intelligent and highly social. Instead of being part of a herd hundreds of thousands strong, Freya was left to seek out humans. Seeing where this could go, the Norwegian Directorate of Fisheries issued out several warnings, but of course, we wouldn't be talking about it if they'd listened. It didn't get better, in fact, somehow it got worse. People would continue swarming Freya, would get into the water to swim with Freya, and at one point, some started pelting stuff at Freya. Even after Freya started
What the fuck is wrong with people? What? It's one thing if you like the creature. Why would you throw stuff at a random animal that people like, regardless of if they like it or not? Why would you throw stuff at an animal that is not harming you? Why? I have so many questions. Why? Huh? No. That is crazy. People are weird and
lashing out and
evil.
even chased a woman into the water. Obviously, nobody listened. To make it worse, relocation wasn't really an option, mainly because the process of tranquilizing a
He's a big
600
boy.
kilogram animal would legitimately risk drowning
600
her.
kilogram,
Freya had
goddamn.
become the unmovable object to the growing public's unstoppable force. The situation was untenable, and it was only a matter of time before someone's lack of preservation got them killed. Walruses aren't known to be aggressive, but their size has made them hazards by nature, with one incident in 2016 where a selfie-taking tourist was drowned by one. On August 12, 2022, the Directorate issued its final warning, pleading with the public. And on the night of the 13th, four
Oh
government
no. I feel like at that point, the people kind of deserve what happens to them. If they're gonna do that kind of thing, they kind of somewhat deserve it. But oh no.
officials patrolled the marina with a rifle, and come sunrise, Freya wasn't around to see it. Freya never hurt anybody. She never did anything wrong, but because people couldn't just let her live, they ultimately sacrificed her.
Why are they doing that?
Freya had been loved to death, and the worst thing she ever did was trust people. Because like I always say, the worst thing an animal can do is lose its fear of humans.
Right.
One seal lost its entire existence.
I don't know enough about Steve Irwin to have a opinion on that, but I do know I don't like how people demonize, what was it, stingrays because of him, because he would not want that. But people are crazy to animals, especially wild ones.
Because of it. The last Caribbean monk seal was seen in 1952. Before that, they existed in populations as large as 300,000. So what happened?
Hunting,
well, when Columbus and
probably.
friends touched down on the island of Alto Velo, they were met with a horde of seals that showed zero fear towards them. They immediately butchered 8 on sight, starting the disturbing trend of hunters using the seal's nature against it. The Caribbean monk seal's tragic lack of a flight response meant poachers could just walk right up to them and take their lives with no effort.
But
the seal's
what are they
docile nature
wanting?
got abused, and they were seemingly wiped
What,
out
is
before
it
conservation
the
could even get
skin?
the chance. Which brings us back to San Diego, where they're somehow recycling the same script of getting way too close to a wild predator. But as an outsider from the opposite coast, there was some lore I was not aware of. In 1931, philanthropist Ellen Browning Scripps sought to create a small sheltered beach where children could play and swim in the waves while safe from the infamous Pacific Rip Currents. The issue started when the children's pool of La Jolla became a sanctuary, not for kids, but for resting harbor seals who started having pups there. By 2009, there were 200-something seals, and San Diego started closing down the beaches temporarily during their pupping season.
Good. They need to do that more. They need to close it down probably longer. I own absolutely nothing involving real animal skin. No.
That pissed a lot of people off. The beach was made for kids. People had grown up playing on that beach, and to be fair, they were there first. It was their right. That was the kind of stuff.
But it can be also for animal kids too. It should be animal kids, I think, maybe have higher priority on that list than your kids that will probably be on the iPad the whole time anyways.
Along with lobbying for the city council to remove the seals. Just for the record, the children's pool is down in South La Jolla. That's the one harboring seals. La Jolla Cove, the one from this video, that's the one with the sea lions.
Close them all.
Two different areas that people will mix up while double dipping the same argument. Either way, it's led to a complicated conflict between a city and its sea lions. On paper, the Marine Mammal Protection Act gives sea lions and the like diplomatic immunity, making it illegal to move, malice, or otherwise molest the mammals. The catch is, local park rangers can't enforce a
I would ask why that's a part of it, but knowing people, that's... Oh, God.
or otherwise molest the mammals.
That's
the catch
crazy.
is, local park rangers can't enforce a federal protection act. They technically can fine people for the following, but a lot of park rangers are strongly encouraged not to. The most they can do is yell at adult toddlers.
Why would they
also,
be
there are signs, but signs are as
encouraged
useful
not
as a
to?
bicycle to a fish when 20%
People.
of the population is illiterate. And even more pretend to be. So La Jolla clearly has a crowd control problem, and a tourist going tourist, but the California Coastal Act means San Diego is legally required to keep all public beaches open. The locals can be just as difficult, as it's many of the long-time residents, especially those in a swim club, that have pushed for the city to remove the sea lions. Probably because living in La Jolla long enough guarantees that you've been mobbed by a pride of sea lions at least once. That and the smell. To be fair, as someone who's been to La Jolla, you smell the cove 10 minutes before you get to the cove. I don't know if it was the pelicans or the sea lions, but it's definitely the kind of smell you taste in your eyes.
Are you sure
so
it's not
offensive
the
that the
people?
city revealed plans to spray an odor abatement on the cliffs to reduce the smell. Yeah, they want to deodorize
I feel like it might be the
nature. I hope
people.
that sounds as ridiculous as it felt to say. And while no one will argue that it smells like a pelican porta potty, many have argued the possible implications for the animals. So you see how it's a bunch of bureaucratic bullshit and infectious entitlement with sea lions being caught in the middle. But don't get it twisted, sea lions do have an ally, and there are plenty of locals that have made it their mission to safeguard the seals. One of them helped me with this video, and shout out to mermaidmorgan.la Jolla for giving me insight that I just would not have had as an outsider. Thanks to her, I was even able to sit in on a coastal commission meeting where I got to see everyday people advocating and giving their voice for those that don't have one. I also found that budget cuts eliminated 52 positions from the Parks and Recreations Department, including rangers. So people do care. It's just that they're not getting the support. So what can you, you watching this, hello, hi, what can you do? Well, the Sierra Club, this isn't sponsored by the way, but the Sierra Club of San Diego is the largest grassroots environmental activist group in the country. And a big part of their MO is protecting the sea lions. I'm going to be donating to them, link in the description if you'd like to as well. You can also use their link to contact higher ups in San Diego.
That is very
to further
small
apply
text.
pressure. And if you're a local,
Geographic.
bring back public shaming. If you see someone next to a sea lion, you 100% have my blessing to be annoying about it. And if
shame them. Bring back the shame.
you can't do that,
shame.
snitch. I'm serious. There's numbers you can call, and sea lions don't have phones.
If you ever go to the beach and see that, here are the numbers. Shame them.
It's not just for the sea lions. It's for Freya, for Neil, and for the seals we aren't getting back. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. YouTube usually doesn't like when I make these kind of videos. So if this video can get to 160,000 likes, I'll post the real reason I went to San Diego.
Oh?
Yeah, foreshadowing. But other than that, drink water, hug your mother, touch grass, hug your father. Remember, your camera has a zoom on it. You're allowed to use it. And I'm a seal. See y'all in the next one.
Hell yeah. Well, YouTube, hope you enjoyed that one. Or I guess that's not quite the word. If you see seals, just zoom in on your camera. Don't go up to them. Don't pet them. Don't disturb their young. Don't do any of that stuff. Just admire them from afar. Or better yet, maybe don't go to that beach. Maybe don't. But until next time, bye. What? Okay, what should we do next? I can do a moreparz video. A Legends of Vantris. Automod did not like that. Yeah, see a seal, leave it alone. maybe don't go that. I don't know if I would go that far with it, but shame. Or okay. Also, Papa Me brought back that one video that I mentioned that got copywritten, so we could do that one. We could do moreparz and see the horrors of Australia, or we could go to Legends of Vantris. Also, I have realized I think I have somehow. Hello. I am doing good. I'm doing good. We are doing some reactions. Hello. I just realized I have like almost 80 on YouTube. That is insane. But hello. Papa Meat? Okay. I know almost zero about the situation because it's on Techno LARP, which I was a big Technoblade fan, so, but I don't know enough about the person LARPing as Technoblade. I don't know what the creator does, but I do know if the father is not okay with it, that's kind of a big sign to not do it. I don't know what else to add beyond that. Yeah. I used to watch him a lot. So, yeah, very, very sad. Let me take a drink. Oh. But hopefully, I was gonna watch this, I think a few days ago, but it got, copywritten. There's some kind of claim that made the video go away. So hopefully that has been fixed. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for this. I don't think the bot could get overloaded. I think it would just not allow the message. So let's not try to mess with my moderation bots. Let's not do that. But LARPing taken too far, which is obviously about TechnoLARP. All I know is that if his dad said don't do that, don't do that. But I feel like it probably shouldn't have even gotten to that point in the first place. But let's get into the video. Hopefully I don't get any issues with copyright, since I know Papa Meat had some issues with it. So maybe he edited that stuff out, hopefully. But comment down below, Technoblade never dies. I don't know what else to make the keyword, so yeah. I was a big Technoblade fan back in the day. So let's get into the video.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good.
Because today we're going to be talking about LARPing. This phrase has taken on more derogatory meaning in recent years online, referring to tourists or people pretending to be something that they are not.
Logan Paul. Ugh.
Right? If you're a new fan of something, oh, you're LARPing being a fan of X, right? Oh, you're a LARPer. It isn't so much anymore the fantasy thing of live action role playing, which is the classic, you know, lightning bolt.
That should be the main thing. Is 2005.
That's the LARPing I knew and loved. Going to the Ren Fair, beating the shit out of each other with foam swords. Now it's used as
good
an
days.
I guess it kind of was back then too. While this recent usage of this phrase often refers to people in particular fandoms, it can apply to anyone impersonating something or someone, whether it's being done for money, fame, or a pivot in career. And while being referred to as a LARPer is usually seen as a negative thing, there are many people who embrace the label of LARP, right? I'm proud to be a LARPer. People who miss the old school era of YouTube have begun LARPing as their favorite nostalgia.
Meat Canyon has a LARP, or is that real? Or is that fake? What? Oh, I see a icon. I remember. Is that Leafy is here LARP? Am I wrong? Am I right? What do you LARP? What community do you LARP? I don't think I really LARP anything. You could argue that I LARP anime, because I just don't really watch much anymore, but I need to get back into anime.
Personalities even mimicking their older content on channels like Larpbuscus, Larp PewDiePie, and Ray William Larpson. You can see just how hard people are committing to the bit. Uploaders are mimicking everything from their subjects, voices, and their content styles to even their 2000 era thumbnails. One of the biggest channels in the niche right now is Larpaplier, who has reached 180,000 subscribers in as little as 2 months, and it's probably even more now. For the most part, LARPing is completely harmless, with some creators even openly acknowledging their new mini-me's. However, one instance of channel LARPing has begun souring people on the concept as a whole.
That's right,
Technoblade, who was one of the most well-known Minecraft YouTubers around, tragically passed away in 2022 at the young age of 23 after a year-long battle with cancer. One man unfortunately decided it was a good idea to continue the LARPing trend by creating a YouTube channel called TechnoLARP, where he pretends to be Technoblade and recreates some of his older content. A little tone deaf. And by a little tone deaf, it's just pick anyone else. But
someone alive. I've not seen a single clip from TechnoLARP, so hopefully he tells us what his content.
LARP received a ton of backlash, especially after he ran a community poll to decide what percentage of the channel's earnings he should keep and how much should be donated to charity, which I'm sure was very well received. How much of this can I keep, but how much do I have to fucking give away?
Poll. How much did I profit off this? How much? This reminds me of didn't Mr. Beast, or was it Elon, did some kind of poll on whether or not they should do something, but they didn't get the answer they wanted, so they just deleted the tweet. Probably Elon, realistically.
How much am I obliged to give away, guys, so you guys won't fucking be mad at me? In the end, Technoblade's father did end up coming to a conclusive answer on how he felt about his son's impersonator. In a post to the community, he asked for the creator to stop the impersonation, mentioning this no longer felt like a one-time tribute to his son, and instead started to feel a little less wholesome, right? It felt a little more like, you're kind of just profiting of what my son built, so could you stop, you know? Well, I said I was going to donate to charity. Is that not enough? Fuck. This whole thing of the LARPing, it's become, I mean, it's a pretty popular trend. I mean,
you have your own LARP.
I have my own LARP. How is it? Let's throw it up here.
I just want to get into the topic of these LARP tubers. Right now, there's a bunch of LARP tubers that seem to be popping up out of seemingly nowhere, and it all seems to be stemming from nostalgia bait.
Well, yeah, let's let the fans decide.
That seems like the way that like the word LARP is being used now really opened up our eyes to, even outside of YouTube, people are pretending to be other people all the time. It's fucking horrifying. One of the quickest ways to get attention as a LARPer in society is to impersonate.
Yeah, people pretending to be celebrities. I forget that one's I forget her name. the one who's trying to copy Ariana. I forget what her copycat's name is, but that is kind of crazy how far she has gone with that.
Celebrities. It goes outside of just YouTube LARPers, but you know, another big way to gain notoriety is just to LARP as a celebrity. Which before then, I think people would say you're a impersonator, but now it's taken on a whole new term with LARPing. Like with my boy Kevin Eckenrod, who bears a striking resemblance to the Creed guitarist Mark Tremonti.
Who?
Which is actually, this is right up my alley. It's so sick. People are gonna be like, what? I'm like, I love that. And Kevin is a known scam artist that would often trick people into giving him free things in guise that he was this Creed guitarist. Using his 30+ aliases to swindle innocent people, he's built a record that boasts a staggering 60+ arrests, okay? And while staying at a beach hotel in Florida, he started handing out autographed photos of himself to Creed fans to earn free drinks.
You know what?
Honestly, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Is that illegal?
No, 100%. A million percent.
If I had a shirt that said Creed and people are like, oh my God, are you the guitarist from Creed? And I didn't answer yes or no. I just went,
what do you think?
Can I get you a drink? Sure. Like, you know, like if they're
probably not illegal, but it's probably a good way for you to get your ass kicked, I would assume. It's also kind of on the person who's just like, you have a Creed shirt. Are you in Creed? I mean, at that point, I would say yes. Because what a stupid thing to say.
Hey, we want to give a quick shout out to our favorite sponsor, Gamer Subs, which we have an amazing energy drink called Raw Meat. You need to pick that shit up. I think you'll like it. Back to the video.
At one point, he even got a woman to take him back to her hotel. And while they were making out, Kevin reached into her back pocket and stole her credit card. Goddamn, Kevin! you're already getting some pussy. All of a sudden, he's just like, look at her G-string and shit, but more focused on the MasterCard. Kevin's a little dirty dog, isn't he? Well, swiper, no swipey. For his crimes, he was sentenced to 25 months in prison with a $20,000 bail.
That's not that bad.
Also, to get some pussy, steal a MasterCard, and then just go to the Red Robin next door. You were that close, where she was just like, hey!
That is ballsy.
Can you take my fucking card? Also, yeah, he's like, babe, that was fucking awesome. Your pussy game's got me super wiped. I've got to replenish. I'm gonna get a couple fucking Bloody Marys and a couple Dirty Shirleys, and I'll be right back. Round 2. Comes back for Amex next. Another celebrity LARPing stunt, 29-year-old Dylan Desclose spent a good portion of his life changing his appearance to impersonate Justin Bieber, who probably was 16 at the time. 30 years old, he must look pretty young. Put a picture of him up. From wearing the same style of clothes to matching his tattoos and mimicking his voice, Dylan put together such a convincing impersonation that he was able to sneak into Las Vegas nightclubs LARPing as Bieber himself. And while performing at the XS nightclub, DJ Griffin was in the middle of his set when his team was informed that Justin Bieber was in the building and willing to perform. Convinced it was the real Justin Bieber, Griffin and hotel staff let Dylan on stage to perform the hit song Sorry. And while the song was being performed, Griffin was hyping him up, shocked that he was sharing a stage with the Biebs himself. During his time in the club, Dylan and his management team racked up $10,000 in a bar tab and paid it on their way out of the door. And once the concert ended, Griffin was informed that the man who performed on stage was actually an impersonator who used the loud music and low lighting to convince staff that he was the real celebrity. He fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And afterwards, he mentioned that he did in fact recall the man looking noticeably heavier in the face than Justin Bieber. Well, you mentioned it. He did look a decade older and about 50 or 60 pounds heavier, but it was a nightclub. In Missouri, a court judge was fired from his position because he kept showing up to court dressed as Elvis.
I think it's trying to get a show. Like,
which, yeah, I mean, it sounds like a guy trying to, bait a show out. But also, someone has had to approach him and be like, you gotta dress more formal for the occasion, right? Or drunk driving and killing those kids. I'm saying, 20 alive. Hey, guilty. Judge Elvis. Judge Matthew Thornhill was such an obsessive Elvis fan that he admitted to once visiting his home and burial site in Graceland as much as 13 times. What you didn't get on the first go-around, I'll never know. This passion ran so deep that he decided to LARP as a beloved musician in the workplace. And on more than one occasion, he showed up to court wearing an
That is not when he said it impersonating Elvis. I did not picture that in my head. Looks just like him. Looks just like Elvis, right, guys? I can't tell the difference. That is Elvis in the flesh. Holy. Wow, that's realistic.
beloved musician in the workplace. And on more than one occasion, he showed up to court wearing an Elvis wig and aviator sunglasses. And during court proceedings, he couldn't help himself from making references to Elvis's music or his death, regardless of how irrelevant they were to the matter at hand. He's like, so I don't know, my landlord just won't pay me. He's like, did you know Elvis died on the toilet?
Did you know that? Hey.
This is so fucking stupid. Litigants would even be given the option of being sworn in while he blasted Elvis music through his phone. What? That's so stupid. Yeah, do you You swear to the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do. We're lost in a cloud with too much rain. We're trapped in a world that's snuggled with pain. How fucking distracting? I mean, what the guards would have to complain if it's like a thing where it's like you want to get married, or like a little like a stupid thing, or it's like very petty cases or whatever. This is, I mean, in Missouri, probably meth, a murder.
That would make my day if I was in court and saw that.
Marriage, yeah.
Jesus. Child custody. And... All right. Many thought it was embarrassingly unprofessional, so much so that a committee conducted an investigation and found that he failed to maintain order and decorum in the courtroom. No. Motion denied. You better make this quick. But now I kind of want to see it. There's gonna be order in my court. After initially being suspended for 6 months.
The impersonation he's doing.
God damn! They did drop the fucking hammer. 6 months. What do you think his face was? Yeah, your license is suspended for 6 months.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, baby. After initially being suspended for 6 months, he received a non-revocable suspension that is no longer allowed to be a judge in the state of Missouri.
All right.
Better pack my bags and go to Iowa.
Yeah, I really want to know. Did they pull him aside and they're like, "This is your final warning"? Like,
what happened? Well, yeah, they had to. This is seriously 100%. First off, yes, not to cut you off, 100%. They were like, "You need to show up tomorrow with your fucking LensCrafter prescribed glasses and a regular robe like the rest of us." Hand to God, 7 gold rings in his hand. Hand to God, it's gonna happen, baby. I want to know how.
I would have enjoyed to see his impersonation if I just went to court randomly over a petty dispute. I would have loved to see that. That would have made my whole court day. That would have been awesome, honestly. He needs to do like a Judge Judy thing. That would be awesome.
When was the switch and what happened?
Midlife. I bet you he got divorced.
Oh, you think so? Who was the only person there for him, Nick?
Elvis.
This is how he's processing the trauma. He's sitting there and he's like this. Ooh, sit one of those, you know.
I like to think his wife got plowed by an Elvis impersonator.
Yeah.
So he.
Oh, mama.
I would say just be one of those people who marries people. Fuck the court system. Because people want the pageantry, and if you're trying to do that, just be like the Elvis guy that marries people in Vegas. Boom. If you're watching this, I don't know, did that work out? Or
there's your
maybe.
opportunity.
I'm not sure. 24-year-old Kyle Pala made waves online after a photo of him got the attention of Disney fans. He appeared to resemble the character Maui
Disney
from
fans,
Moana. The lookalike embraced this and began attending children's birthday parties, which is where things started to go south.
Uh-oh. I don't like the sound
According to
of
some,
that.
Kyle would accept deposits to attend elaborate children's birthday parties, only to not show up and just keep the money.
How stupid is that?
That's. I mean, you can't. I mean, what do you have to do? Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
you're welcome.
Yeah,
I'm from Moana.
What can I say? Except you're 12 or whatever. Fucking.
You're
Even be like,
welcome.
I'm gonna be there for 30 minutes. I'm leaving. So what are we gonna do? Linger around forever? I'm gonna leave. Gotta catch a couple waves. I'll see you guys next time. What can I say? Yeah, walk off. Can't show up for 30 minutes. Come on, dude. One mother even claims that on the day of her daughter's birthday, Kyle texted her saying, and I quote, "My aunt is sick. She's in the hospital. She's not going to make it."
What is that accent?
Good God. God damn. The same day, the mother saw a Facebook post of him taking photos with people at Disneyland.
So he just had a better job.
I had a better gig. You know what?
Better opportunity.
Make those posts the day after. Maybe a week after. Well, how do you think he got into Disneyland? See, he needed that money. He needed the scratch to fucking get in there. He's like, so I can't, but the deposit is non-refundable, but I promise I'll be here. She's like, well, okay, well, my daughter's birthday is, okay, now, not.
I see, I just rain check. I'll come tomorrow.
Come next year. Her next birthday. She'll still love Moana. At some point, Paula was even kicked out of his parents' home, resulting in him crashing at one of the couple's residence.
What?
He stayed with one of the.
Why?
He's with one of the birthday people. That's where he's staying. Me got kicked out.
Moana need a bed.
Imagine he's just 24/7 in character the whole time. What can I say except I'm couch surfing?
Maui need bed.
Maui need bed. He was arrested after supposedly stealing $7,000 worth of jewelry from the family's home. Oh my God, this guy.
Jesus.
Although he confessed to many of his crimes, including this one, previously he changed his tone in court and pleaded not guilty. Actually, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's definitely the lawyer telling him.
You just did what? I told him I did all of it. Do not say that. 100% the lawyer's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
See, I wish this guy, the Elvis guy, was doing this case too.
Oh,
yeah.
What a crazy thing that'd be. Two people singing back and forth to each other. What can I say except I'm sorry? That would be a nightmare to be in that jury.
No, that would be amazing. I would love that.
I wanted to so bad, man. Oh, look at with a real juicy case.
My sister's been in it.
Really?
Yeah, I think killed him. Easy case. Murder.
Huh?
Easy.
So guilty, right? I think that people, when they go to the jury, they dream of, you guys aren't looking at the facts, or whatever, you know?
I'm afraid I'm going to accidentally...
I hope I never get jury duty. I never want to deal with that. That would be a nightmare situation for me. Too much socializing.
Say something that's going to get me kicked off. They're probably going to ask me about my stomach and be like, I kind of have stomach problems.
No, they probably find out you're racist.
What? What?
Do you have racial biases? I think we all do. See, that's what I'm saying, is you would say something like that, where it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, I think that everyone's a little biased in their own way.
I took a class.
Like, cool.
I took a psychology class.
See, this part, they wouldn't even hear this part. So you can, this would be you on the way to your car, be like, I take the psychology class, and turns out that we're all a little gay, we're all a little racist. Unconscious, want to suck cock, and unconscious, get uncomfortable.
Here, let me throw you one. When you think of a doctor, what do you think?
A beautiful white woman.
See, that's the twist, because most people would say a white man.
What do you think of when you think of a doctor?
Well, I'm gonna think actually Indians. I think doctors are.
Is that racist though? Indians are doctors,
but it's an unconscious bias. Your first thought goes to this.
I don't think that's a negative unconscious bias though. If I told you, who do you get scared around? If you're on a subway and you're frightened, who's next to you?
The guy with the knife.
Sure,
the rat.
God, all of this needs to be cut.
It was
As
not.
the story grew, old high school classmates started coming out and revealing that they loaned Kyle money only to never be paid back. He even promised some of them that he would get them access to Club 33, pretending he worked for Disney in order to swindle them in. What the
All I know about Club 33 is like extremely exclusive, isn't it? And very expensive. If the guy's couch surfing, I don't think he has access to Club 33 or whatever it was. I don't think he has access to that.
The place in Disney World? What? Okay.
It's like
the guys
it's like Michelin stars for Disneyland, or like Millionaires Disney restaurant. It's like the finest of the fine in Disneyland. The elite.
Like a piece of shit, but also, of course, I'll tell you what, though, that's such a, man, what an easy scam that'd be. Disney adults, you look like the fucking guy outside, like, yeah, you're holding your surfboard. I could get you a new Club 33 if you give me $400. Easy peasy. Why wouldn't I? And you're on vacation, all that stuff. That'd be easy fucking money, man.
When are they going to say, when they file a police report, they're going to say cartoon characters stole money from you?
Yeah, The Rock's animated character stole money from me. All right. Well, do you think that do you think near Disney World and shit, do you think the police don't even, they're just like, there's a problem in Disney. They're like,
when isn't there?
Just wave it.
Disney police. I feel like
Disney has their own police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they would be.
I
pissed
learned that
pretending to
recently.
be.
Oh yeah.
They have their own police.
What you'd have to do to do that scam is that the Maui guy, whatever, or the Moana guy, he would have to do it off of property, but be like, it's close enough to where it's like, oh, you know, people are like the gas station nearby. We're doing a promotional thing. I think that we can easily say Kyle is in the echelon of worst people that we've ever talked about on this. So that's kind of a historical moment. What an insufferable person.
That's the worst you talked about.
I mean, there's some horrible people. This is a scumbag.
Yeah, I
You're a
don't
murderer.
I don't know if he's among the worst.
Saying up there, it's been a while since I've been that moved. Darius McCollum, born in 1965, is an autistic man from Brooklyn that developed a lifelong obsession with trains, buses, and many other forms of public transit. His passion for them was so intense that he supposedly memorized the entire New York subway map by the age of 8 years old. Which,
nice.
I mean, put up a fucking picture of a New York subway map at
Confusing
8.
as
Despite
hell.
this, he was repeatedly rejected when trying to get a job with the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, the MTA. His run-ins with the law started at age 15 when he convinced a subway driver to let him take over during a ride to the World Trade Center.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Over time, he began routinely finding ways to carry out public transit rides and maintenance despite never being employed in the field. Those who have witnessed this, however, claim that he was always polite and friendly. But regardless, posters warning to look out for Darius would appear throughout train stations, and this wouldn't stop the train junkie. Who
Why not just give him a job? If he's nice and qualified, why not give him a job?
would appear throughout train stations, and this wouldn't stop the train junkie, who would often successfully impersonate transit workers in order to drive buses and subway trains, all while adhering to the proper procedures required by an actual employed driver. The guy knew what he was doing.
Oh, why don't they give him a job?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Is it a thing where, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, is it because the way that he presents himself, being an autistic guy, is his just social cues are weird. Almost, so this is also, he's 15, so we're talking, it's in the 80s. So, I mean, the person's like, why is he talking like that? I don't like him. What the fuck is this? Yeah, speak normal. That kind of thing. This would become a fascinating pattern for Darius. One, where he would serve time in prison, only to eventually leave, get caught for the same crime, and be sent right back after. How long are you in prison for? Well, I guess if you're dealing with people that are riding the train, well, the motherfucker knows what he's doing. What's he doing? He's been charged for impersonation on multiple occasions, as well as trespassing on restricted parts of the subway station.
Give him a job.
Own MTA gear. And by 2010, Darius saw that the driver of a bus in New Jersey left the keys in the ignition, leading to a 2-hour joyride and eventual arrest. The police officers involved claimed he was very intelligent and acted like a gentleman during the entire confrontation. A similar crime was committed in 2015 when he stole and rode a Greyhound bus for 2 hours before being arrested again. While held in the station house, he excitedly told detectives, "I'm stealing a plane next." See, there's an autistic social cue where you're like, keep that in your mind, buddy. Lock that
Don't
tight.
say
After
that.
racking up 30
Don't say
arrests,
that.
commandeering an estimated 5,000 transportation vehicles, and then spending about a third of his life behind bars, it was decided that Darius would be moved to a secure psychiatric center in 2018.
Give him a job.
Give him a
Just let the guy
job.
drive a bus. The thing too is like in none of these cases did he ever endanger anyone. What is the MTA? Let's email him. Let's email Unmask. Why wasn't Darius allowed a job? We should ask for a reason. There's got to be something out there.
What? What did this say?
None of these cases did he ever endanger anyone. Why?
Main reason, his criminal record, specifically the joyriding when he was 15.
What is the MTA? Let's email him.
His first arrest at 15 prevents him from getting a job like that ever. Aww.
Let's email Unmask. Why wasn't Darius
Especially sad when you consider he escaped to the subway so often because he got bullied and eventually stabbed at school.
allowed a job? We should ask for a reason. There's got to be something out there. Despite Darius's defense attorney's best
Holy.
efforts, she fears that he may never be released and given proper treatment. I'm sad now.
I did not know it was going to turn out this way. He needs a fully decked out bus simulator.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, give him a simulator.
Oh my god. If you just put it in his apartment, have the city pay for it. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Him with the steering wheel, and you can do all the simulation. Give him fucking 3 rigs. I honestly feel safer with him out in the streets driving the goddamn buses. You know? The amount of drivers I've been on a couple buses and I've been to New York a couple times. These motherfuckers look like they're having a good time.
No, they're in it for the money. Darius is in
the passion.
It
The sheer passion. He's like the other guy. People who love trains, man. You got the utmost respect.
We should start a GoFundMe to bail him out, pay his bail.
We should fucking buy him some rigs.
Give him a
Would
job.
they even allow that? They probably wouldn't even allowed it in. And if they did, someone would probably fuck with it. I don't trust it. See all those goons that work up there at a psychiatric center. Yeah, Darius, we'll be quick. And see, that's when the violence would happen. We can't do it next. It would cause violence.
Oh, I say that's justifiable violence from Darius. If they're touching his rig and it was for him.
Start note to him, dear Darius, you have been wrongfully brought to this psychiatric center. So we're gifting you 3 $7,000 gaming rigs. I hope, and then parentheses, I hope you know how to set this up.
P.S. Check under the seat.
And then P.S. Check under the seat. And there's a shiv. It says, PSS, if anyone touches this besides you, hurt them. Love, PM. What the heck is this? What is it? Can you imagine? What is he? He's in his 60s. He's in his 60s. You're like, hey, set up 3 full simulation rigs. I don't know how to do that. And they're not gonna help him out there. They're gonna give him some pills. Here, Darius. Here's some suppression pills so you don't think about trains today, because that's such a crime.
Yeah, what the? I'm getting pissed off.
After 9/11, Darius was taken out of prison to help the police and find security vulnerabilities in the New York subway. It was concluded in short that he knew too much. Subsequently, he was put into maximum security prison into solitary confinement for an unspecified amount of time. So he would have been too good at his job, is what they're saying. He was too good at being a bus driver, a subway driver. He was too good. They had to put him away. Jesus, what the fuck?
Answers.
Did Darius kill someone? Because why is...
After being released from solitary confinement into the prison itself, Darius had to attempt so he could be transferred to escape constant physical assault from his cellmates. Oh.
Is he behind bars?
I feel like, you know what? We should fact checkers fact check this, because I have a feeling that if there's something that's missing,
crimes.
then we're gonna look like assholes.
As of 2025, Darius was moved to facility for nonviolent offenders. Just release him. He can be sent letters and books through Michael John Carley. Give that man some books on trains. Give that man some books on trains, subway, all that stuff.
In 2025, workers at a government office noticed something
Give
was
him a
off about
job.
82-year-old fucking Godzilla D'Angelo, whatever the fuck her name is. When she came in to renew her government ID, the worker noticed that the woman was wearing a ton of makeup and had very masculine features, including a thick neck and a low voice. Beat me over my ID.
Mrs. Godzilla?
Mrs. Godzilla, you shouldn't be in for 2 more months.
What in the papers, please?
That edit looks fucking stupid, then don't do it. Concerned that something was wrong, she called the police to conduct a wellness check, and what followed was truly, it was unthinkable, my friends. When police arrived at the home, they found Godzilla mummified.
She's dead, and her son probably pretended to be her. That's my guess.
Inside a fucking sleeping bag. She had clearly died long before discovery, but her son never reported it and instead chose to impersonate her to collect her hefty pension check. According to reports, the mother was receiving about $61,000 a year for her pension and 3 properties she owned, and her unemployed son pretended to be her during official appointments so he could continue collecting the money long after she had died. And an autopsy was conducted on the mother and concluded that she had died of natural causes. Following the report, the son was quickly arrested and charged with illegally concealing a body and benefit fraud. Which, this whole thing with the photo, I mean, like, you know, they're saying low voice, so I get it. They're pretty close. I have a feeling someone's just like, you know, you look just like your mom. You look just like your mom. And he's like, me, I do? Is it Italian? What is Italian for I do?
Close to porque. It's close to Spanish.
Oh, that's Spanish. Hey, for real? What is it?
Every time I went to the bank as a child, they always said I looked like my parents.
You do. You look just like your mom.
I've always been told that I look like my dad, and I just don't. I don't see the similarities. Like whenever I see like people who are related to each other, I can never see the similarities. So I never understand that. People say that I have my dad's like nose, but no one says I look like anyone else in the family. Just him. I don't get it. I don't think we look similar at all.
You're actually a perfect blend. You look a little more like your mom than your dad, but you're a perfect blend.
People think I look like the guy from Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong.
You don't look at
I don't see it.
Count Dante, real name John Keehan, became obsessed with martial arts in the 1950s. After coming back from the Marines, he began taking classes and even trained under Robert Trias, a well-respected karate master. Robert Trias was a pioneer of karate in the U.S., and together with Keehan, helped run the United States Karate Association, the USKA. And in 1964, when Keehan was 25, however, he was expelled from the newly formed group for his controversial thoughts on proper training and competition rules.
That is lying.
The John Keehan changed his name to Count Juan Rafael Dante in order to completely alter his reputation. He lied and told people he was descendant of Spanish Civil War refugees. He would also begin wearing a red velvet cape and walking around with a golden cane adorned with a lion's head on top. To be fair, it's the 60s. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fucking crazy, but kids began seeing Count Dante's ads in the back of comic books for his new dojo, the Black Dragon Fighting Society. And in them, he would call himself the deadliest man alive. In it, he advertised secret techniques like the Death Touch, which supposedly kill an opponent in a single movement. People would even spend $5 to be mailed a manual on his secret techniques. Dante was also known as a charmer, which paired well with his incredible ability to fabricate stories about himself and his abilities. Because he also happened to be skilled in martial arts, many people believed he was dangerous as he claimed. He also had a shocking amount of connections with some pretty well-off people thanks to his side gig as a hairdresser. Apparently, he wasn't half bad and even had some rather rich clients with Hugh Hefner. Yeah? Playboy. Dante's lines extended far and wide. According to him, he beat various opponents in death matches throughout Thailand and China. He could single-handedly defeat a bull with one swift blow. Dante had 2 dojos that he was running, and his name was getting around town due to his elaborate promotions and made-up stories. Although things were going quite well for Count Dante, a catastrophic event would drastically change his life. In 1970, Count Dante and his partner, the second deadliest man alive, Doug Dwyer, drunkenly decided to throw a stick of dynamite through the window of a rival dojo, the Green Dragon Society. They actually went through this plan, but the bomb didn't explode, and they were arrested for the attempted arson. The rivalry did not subside, and they later assembled students to attack the Green Dragons, who anticipated the attack were prepared with Chinese weaponry. This is real life.
That is a
okay?
crazy
This is not a
rivalry.
this is not the Karate Kid. This is a real thing that happened. Just putting that out there. The fight
I feel like you don't hear about rivalries like that anymore. You don't hear about that anymore. Holy.
Was broken up by police, but not early enough. Count Dante's best student and close friend Jim Koncevic was killed in the fight, and he was stabbed in the side by a Chinese sword. Dante later made dubious claims about how he took down several green dragons in the battle, even stating that he had some of their eyes pulled out of their sockets. By some stroke of luck, the case was dismissed due to its sheer absurdity. However, Count Dante's reputation was destroyed, and at the end of the day, he knew that he was responsible for the needless death of a good friend. The man that used to be obsessed with his notoriety later told reporters that he simply wanted everyone to forget about him because of what he had done. He became an alcoholic, abused pills, and even got involved with a mob for some time. And after a continued downward spiral, he suffered a hemorrhage from a bleeding ulcer in his intestines and died in his sleep in 1975. Is that not one of the wildest things?
I was gonna say, yeah, that's straight up out of a movie.
It's a goddamn movie. It's had to have had a film adaptation. Editor? There it is. It can be enticing to play the role of someone else. Hell, I like doing it all the time. Not only is it sometimes financially beneficial, but it can often fast track you to being respected by your peers if you're convincing enough. But at the end of the day, none of that is real. It's far safer and far more rewarding to get there on your own rather than keep up with a convoluted lie that might put you in serious trouble. So, for all the LARPers out there, have fun while you can, but watch out who you LARP, because it might be the last.
Yeah. Maybe don't LARP me. I don't think it would get you very far. Don't LARP me. But who is your favorite impersonator? I don't know what to ask the comment section, but yeah. Until next time, bye. that did not go where I thought it would in the slightest. I did not expect that change of, yeah. I think what I'll do is play some of moreparz' videos. So let me just set that up. Let me find the file for it. Like maybe impersonators. I like seeing political impersonators do silly stuff. I would say that maybe counts as LARPing. Let's do this video. Jeez. Like, why does Media Player not remember the volume? Why is moreparz so loud? Okay, that's still a little loud. Let's turn it down to 30. Jesus. That blew my ears out. Holy. Okay, which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah. And then let me update the file so that way it should.
I don't think you want.
There we go. Okay. And then let me change the text to moreparz. Let me take a drink. And then we shall get into the video. It has been 2 hours. How many videos have we gotten? 3. Okay. Okay. Today we are gonna watch some more videos by moreparz. All I see is a shark. I have a whole bunch of videos watching videos by moreparz. And he is definitely a factor in why I will never, ever, ever visit Australia. Never gonna happen. Never, ever. But let's get into the video and see what unfortunate facts we shall learn about Australia and their animals.
I don't think you understand just how old sharks are.
Millions, billions, trillions. Is that somewhere? Is that kind of close, maybe? Maybe? YouTube is crazy right now, holy.
A boomer! Say, I'm not just talking individual sharks.
Yeah.
Hammerheads, Bruce from Nemo, Jeff.
Yeah.
Your average shark lives anywhere between 20 to 80 years.
Really?
Nothing all that.
Green something. I forget the name of them, but they live like hundreds of years, right? Or is it thousands? I forget. But they live a long time.
That's special. I'm talking sharks as a species.
Yeah.
Because
Greenland.
as a concept, sharks are
Hello.
one-tricks. They have mined this class through
Millions.
every single balance adjustment Earth has thrown at them. From
Me with maining Mercy.
climate change to the Ice Age to that time God decided to punt a rock at Barney the dinosaur. Yeah, when it comes to prehistoric shark species, most people think of the megalodon. That big boy the size of a cop.
I've never watched the Megalodon or any. I've never watched any like Shark Week movie. I've never watched any like sea horror movie. It is moreparz today, so it is Australia horror stuff. I don't watch a lot of horror movies, but they seem interesting, to put it nicely.
You that was swimming around in the ocean around 26 million years ago, which might sound like a long time, but as far as sharks go, this thing's a fucking zoomer. Go back around 250 million years to the early Triassic, before the literal dinosaurs, and you'll find Helicorpion, a shark with a fucking buzzsaw for a mouth.
Yeah, that
250
was cool.
not far back enough for you? Go back around 300 million years, and you will find Adestus, the fucking pog shark. And if that is still
awesome.
not far back enough, you can go all the way back, right to the beginning, to the first recognizable shark, Doliotis problematicus, at 410 million years old.
I would not say that's recognizable as a shark. It looks more like a piranha than a shark, but I get what you're going with. I get it. 410 million years. What a boomer.
Sharks have existed for 4 times longer than Saturn has had rings.
Really?
The first tree only sprouted out of the ground 385 million years ago. That means that for 25 million years, Groot's great-great-grandfather was sat in God's drafts while this chased Nemo.
Look at him, so cute.
This is the world's oldest shark.
Is this the Greenland shark? He's doing a lot of shark videos, huh? Greenland shark?
We got a boomer! But how old actually is it? This absolute fossil over here is the Greenland shark.
Yeah,
and this may come as a shock to you, but the Greenland shark is found in f***ing Greenland.
I never knew that.
With Grandpa Shark here coming in at a fucking kaiju-sized 6 meters in length and a literal fucking ton in weight, this senior citizen probably worked with Godzilla back in his fucking day. But how senior is senior? Like, you might be expecting him to say something along the lines of, 100 years, maybe 150 years,
300?
right? Try higher. No, not 200. Close, but not 300 either.
Chocolate.
No, the Greenland shark can live up to 500 fucking years.
Oh.
You're like, I don't think you understand how old that is. So, to put it in perspective, this is Bob. Bob has just turned 500.
Oh, happy
Here
birthday,
is a
Bob.
list of things this has lived through. All 8 of King Henry's divorces. The invention of chocolate.
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
Shakespeare's entire lifespan. The Boston Tea Party. The signing of the Declaration of Independence and the founding of the United States. The colonization of Australia. The Industrial fucking Revolution. The invention of the light bulb and adoption of electricity. The Titanic becoming a submarine. World War I. The Great Depression. World War II. The Vietnam War. The fucking moon landing and the invention of the internet. The first episode of SpongeBob. Schlatt's crimes in 99. 2001. The invasion of Iraq, the global financial crisis, the death of Harambe, Australia catching fire, the virus, and it's still with us today to watch fucking TikTok.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so...
Jesus, kangaroo.
As the Aussie animal guy, I feel like I might owe you an explanation for this one.
Jesus.
That is a normal fucking Roo. No, he is not Roosus Christ.
Aww.
He's not the second coming,
Aww.
and he's not going to turn your water into wine.
Aww.
All right, he might turn it into VB if you ask nice.
Please, please, please. Can I have some, please? Please.
But if that's the case, how the fuck is he stealing the Son of God's passive?
I don't know.
The answer is fucking sand.
I don't like sand.
Yeah, you see, what's
I've got like a month. I'm close. In Australia, it's probably 18 or something. So, I mean, I'm close. I'm almost there. I'm very close. Please. Some wine, good sir. Please, please.
more likely than a Roo being enchanted with water walking is that he's actually running on a sandbar. That is basically just a fancy description for ocean currents piling up a shitload of sand into one place, creating an offshore segment of the water that's not much deeper than a fucking kid's pool. Now, Roos know about sandbars, and they actually very frequently use them as a shortcut to get from A to B to find more food.
On my way to the store.
While it looks like Skippy here is stealing Jesus' entire fucking flow, he's actually on a Macca's mish.
Let me get a...
There is a competition in America where they vote on the fattest bear.
Why did I not know about this? I didn't know about this. Why did no one tell me? I didn't know about this. Huh? When was this? I didn't get a vote. I didn't get a vote. Why did no one tell me? What? Why did no one tell me?
The Super Bowl. I'm about to introduce you to the most important American sporting event of the year, Fat Bear Week. Hosted by the Katmai National Park and Preserve in Alaska every year from the 23rd to the 30th of September, the public watches as Winnie and Paddington fight it out to see who is the most absolute of units. And this year's highest calorie Kumamane has been crowned. But before that, how the f*** does Fat Bear Week work?
I don't know.
See,
I
the
can
event
watch
is
it.
held in the lead up to hibernation season, while all of these
Big
bears are at
boy.
the peak of their bulk. Now, while it's running, the park allows the public to view live stream footage from all of their trail cams. These cameras capture all the park's brown bears, allowing us to observe Freddy's fat-ass cousins like we just got a job at f***ing Fazbear Entertainment. Each bear caught on camera is assigned a number and occasionally a name. We, the people, then vote on the contestants day by day, pitting them against one another in a fucking single elimination tournament bracket.
Hell yeah.
Determining with our votes which bear most closely resembles a pyro commission until one bear is crowned the victor. Now, you may think this is just some silly little event. But no, over the years, there has been fucking voter fraud, a manhunt for a missing hiker, and one year, the trail cams caught one contestant beating to death and eating another bear.
Jesus.
But now, to answer the question you've all been waiting for, the winner
Big
of
boy.
the 2025 Fat Bear Week is 32 Chunk. Winning with a broken jaw. They named that f***er after the render distance you need to load in his entire body at once.
32 Chunk.
Australia
Big
just
boy.
found a new shark. And of
Oh,
course,
fuck off. No. Not another one. No.
being from the land down under, it's fucking weird. Introducing the brand new Western Australian lantern shark.
That is not a shark. That is not a shark. I like sharks, but can Australia stop getting everything? Can they stop discovering new stuff? That is not a shark. That don't look like a shark to me. What is that? What is that?
As the name suggests, discovered by a team of scientists off the coast of Western Australia. Now, as
Mad
with
Max.
the overwhelming majority of weird shit in the ocean, the Ozempic shark here is found.
It looks like a sardine, kind of. It looks dried out. I feel bad for this thing.
In the deep sea, sharing a postcode with the anglerfish, that one xenomorph shark, and Now, despite the word shark making most people think of something a little closer in size to, I don't know, Bruce,
Right.
Slenderman's fish sonar over here only grows up to 30 centimeters. This little guy
He's a foot long. He can be in a foot long sub. That thing does not look right. That thing does not look right.
is a weight class with a fucking foot long.
Yeah.
But But I mean, honestly, I still personally think 30 centimeters is way too big. He could be just as good as the other sharks if he was, you know,
like 3.
let's just say 3 inches.
Yeah,
However,
yeah.
other than being built like a fishy USB cable and owning a property in rock bottom, what makes him so weird? Simple. He fucking glows. Throwing flashbang.
Don't most animals at that depth glow to some extension? Because it like attracts the prey.
But fucking why? Well, you see, these bad boys are found in the twilight zone of the ocean, around 1.2 kilometers below the surface. A place so fucking far down, it sees less sunlight than the inside of a gacha addict's room.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I thought for a second he was gonna call me out, but no, I don't play gacha. I just gamble in real life, like a real man.
And so, lantern sharks evolved bioluminescence on their gills and fins in order to fucking communicate with one another. The glow is the evolutionary equivalent of a fucking indicator, showing that a literal abyss shark is more intelligent than your average BMW driver. Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was actually causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby.
Wallaby? I know nothing about those.
The kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin. Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania. And that location is very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and the nut.
The nut.
However, one thing they tend to leave off the tourism brochures is drugs.
Oh. Sign me up.
Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of legal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine, with this one tiny island producing 50% of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies.
Oh, who'd have guessed?
And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state. However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you f***ing narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security, which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when f***ing crop circles showed up in the plant...
Aliens. Aliens. It's aliens. Do y'all believe in aliens? Oh, what the fuck was that? I think a spark just... I think... What the fuck? I think a fuse just blew. I think a fuse just blew. What the fuck? It smells like smoke. What the fuck? Where the fuck did that come from? It's okay. Stream's probably gonna end because I genuinely smell smoke. I don't see smoke. I don't know what. No, it's not my phone. One of my lights blew. Genuinely, an actual spark. I don't know if I kind of want to turn the light back on, but I know that's a terrible fucking idea. So, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of terrified that it's gonna flare up again. So, I don't know where it's plugged into. It's plugged into a electric cord. Is it safe? I mean the light turned off on its own. It blew and the light turned off. Do I unplug it? Or do I leave it? Let me find where it plugged into, because it's like plugged into. Let me turn off my phone and unplug that shit. Why am I listening to chat on this shit? I need to Google this shit. I should not trust chat. I don't have gloves. I don't have gloves. What are they called? Electrical plug sparked. Do I pull cord out? Yes, you should pull the plug, but do not yank the flexible cord wire. Instead, keep your hands dry. Firmly grip on the hard plastic rubber base. There is no... Oh, God. Chat. I'm genuinely scared. That was a big spark. Oh, fuck. Let me just do this. Okay, I don't know where this cord is. It's like the... Okay. Chat. Oh, God, I'm scared. Where the fuck is this? I have, like, the worst cord organization ever. I don't know. God, this is terrifying. I'm not doing that. Where's the... I'm terrified. I'm genuinely... oh, fuck. Oh. Where's the fucking cord? I can't tell. Every cord of mine looks the exact same. Don't do what? The metal rod thing? Yeah, I wasn't planning on it. Is it smoking in here? I can't tell if it's smoke or if the room is just so dark that I can't tell anymore. You might actually, genuinely, if this goes wrong, make me go famous, please. I'm terrified. I can't even. Oh my God. Let me unplug this. I'm terrified. I wish this was a bit. I should have known this was coming one day. I have too much shit plugged into this. Okay, let me just try and do this. Okay, where the fuck is the cord? Okay, I found it. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm so scared. Okay, I don't know what this is plugged into, cause it's one of those 2-in-1 cables. So I don't know what the second one is connected to. I imagine maybe it's connected to my phone charger. Is that what it's connected to? Maybe. Okay, oh God. I'm genuinely terrified. Oh dear God. Okay. Okay. Should I keep my headphones on? That feels slightly bad. Okay, I'm gonna take these headphones off so I can no longer hear anything. But I don't want like electrical stuff to affect me. Oh God, I'm scared. Oh God. But I mean, it's plugged into my. What is this other cable plugged into? Oh, I can't even touch it. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Okay. Okay. You can do this, Mistic. You can do this. Okay. Okay, I need to dry my hands. Oh god. This is terrifying. Should I just leave it in there? Oh god. No, that's... Well, it's I mean, I can't turn off the power itself without turning everything off, because the light is connected to a plug that is connected to a power out, not power out, it's connected to a extension cord, which is connected to a power bank. I know I have electrical gloves, but I don't know where they are. I think they're in the attic. Okay. If I die, post some banger clips, chat. If I die, post some banger clips, clip farm my dead. Oh, I'm so scared. Oh, I should see this coming. This is. Oh my god, I'm scared. Let me just angle my mic down. Please don't. Okay. Should I unplug the box first, or should I unplug the individual cable? Because, like, you know how there's a box that it plugs into the circuit, and then there is the cable itself. It's not connected to the box. I can unplug it from the box. Should I do that, or just unplug the box itself? Okay. So the cable for the light. Okay, which one is that? Cause it's a two-parter. Okay, it's this one. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That's the correct one, right? Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I opened my computer. Okay. Jesus. Let me get this out of my desk. Jesus. There we go. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Yeah. The 20 Will Smith. Yo, that's hot. Should I unplug the rest of it? I don't know what the other one connects to. What does that connect to? Is it this? Okay, yeah, it connects to my phone. Yeah, it was a big spark. Okay. And then should I unplug the box last? Should the box be the last thing I unplug? Oh, my knees are killing me. I am down on my knees. This hurts. I am very concerned at it. Okay. You know, somehow I did not think it could get worse than my ASMR stream this morning. I did not think I would have a literal power concern. But hey, yeah, my ass is not going into World War III. Let me pull the plug. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, it is for this. Okay, should I unplug like the box that it was connected to? like the box that's plugged into the power extender. Also, I gotta say, this is definitely a problem of my own making, because I've had this extension cord for like multiple years, and whenever I use this specific plug on it, it always sparks. So, kind of my own issue. This is kind of a problem of my own making, but I did not expect it to literally have a huge ass spark. Pull it. Should I unplug it? Oh, I'm terrified. Let me turn off my fan. I don't hear hissing, so I think we're good on that part. Let me look at the inside of this cable. Does it look burnt? What the fuck? It's got something in it. Joe, fuck! You can't scare me like that, man. You can't scare me like that. Holy shit. Okay, I'll drink. Jesus. Oh my god. You're gonna scare me. Okay, flashlight. Does it look burnt on the inside? No. That looks fine. How does the other one look? That one's hot as hell. Okay. Okay, chat. Should I pull the box out of the extension cord? Oh. I don't know why this is happening. This one has not hissed. But this is like industry standard, very solid, good extension cord. Like it has lights for if there's wiring faults. It's a very good extension cord. It has lasted me many a years. Okay, I'm gonna pull the box out. Yeah, I'm kind of drowning you out, I'll be honest. Well, the light's been plugged in for months, so it could be this iPhone thing I got, but that's also been here for a little bit, so it's not new. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the box. I'm scared. Oh god. Okay. Hot as hell, but no visible. Oh, okay, that's a burn smell. Yeah, I'm ignoring. Okay, let me see how this looks, because I can smell a lot more burning after unplugging that. I don't see anything visible. Should it be fine from there? I see. Well, if it's unplugged, should it be fine now? Because I unplugged the one that sparked, I think. I'm pretty sure. Because the only one that went out was the light. Everything else is still on, right? Let me check. Yeah, that's still on. Damn. Oh, it's hot. It is hot in this bitch. looks like I'm gonna need to buy me a new extension cord, I guess. That was terrifying. It is hot as hell. How long do I have on this video? 9 minutes? I can survive 9 minutes, right, chap? I can survive 9 minutes. Let me put this lamp somewhere. It is dark as hell, though. It is dark as hell, Miss Bitch. But the only problem is that my phone cooler was connected to the same power box. So my phone's gonna heat up a lot. Okay, let me just toss this outside the closet. Outside the closet. Okay. How's this for content farming? Oh god, this is hot. I mean the plug thing. I can't tell if this is new or not. But like this this plug has like a bunch of weird air bubble dots around it. I don't know if that's new or if that could be from the heat. Yeah, this is this is the one way to farm content, I guess. Okay, let me sit back down onto my safe chair. Yeah. Bubbles on like it has like this little plastic wrap around it, and it has like little small bubbles. They don't really go out too much, but you can tell like little tiny air bubbles. They don't really bloat that much. Can't I plug this? Okay, that still works. Let me open back VTube Studio. Oh my gosh. It is dark as hell. Holy shit. Nothing evil going on. Should I be concerned about the bubbles? Is that concerning? Also, I have the most viewers I've ever had on YouTube. And I am close to death. I have 115 viewers over on YouTube. They are on the box that you plug into the power out. Like one of those iPhone box chargers. They're like on the around it. Yeah. At least YouTube is here, so that way if something goes wrong, there's forever evidence of this. But it's on the box that the cables were connected to, not the actual outlet. Oh, that was terrifying. Okay, so if it's on the box plugged into the outlet, it's fine. Because there's no bubbles on the actual extension cord, I don't think. Yeah, there's none on the extension cord. I don't think you are. I don't think you're a normal functioning member. I'll be honest, I don't think you are. You know, I think I would have rather gone live again recording ASMR than experienced that. Huh. That was terrifying. I am very hopeful that I got everything I needed to out. No. No. Now the whole half of my closet is just in the dark. What a day, what a day. Clip farm the shit out of this stream, editing Mystic. Clip farm the shit out of this. Oh. This is gonna be a pain to get replaced. What can I... Hopefully I am. Hopefully I am. Can I make this any brighter in here? No, I cannot. God damn it. Like, half of my room, my closet, is just completely dark now. I only have 2 desk lights, which may sound like a lot, but it's not. That one light was my main source of light. Oh, God. I guess I get to look up how much this is to replace. And I'm guessing it's more of just this extension cord. There is. The lights, everything I'm using right now is connected to that extension cord. Like, even this computer is connected to the extension cord. So, legitimately, everything I'm using right now relies on that extension cord. So, I need to get a new one. Because my monitors are plugged there, my computer, everything. So, yeah. Thankfully, I don't smell smoke anymore. Or maybe I just got used to the smell. But... yeah. I mean, everything else is still working. I imagine it's probably the extension cord, because I've known that specific. It's like a plug of like one. It has like 8 cable plugs, and I've known that specific one has sparked every time I use it. So it's not a huge surprise that it finally gave out. It's just terrifying that it did. I'm gonna give myself blunt force trauma at this point. But okay. It has a green light, which, what is, let me read what this shit says. I think the green light means it's working. Or it's, I think it's the same color it always is. Or it's like yellow. It could be that, because it's, I think this used to be like a workshop plug. Well, the light's been on for forever. I think it's just like a light that tells you it's working, maybe. Because there's a separate light that's for wiring issues, but that light isn't on. So I think the light that's on is the one that should be on if it's good. But enough worrying about my safety. Let's react to more pars. I get to Google how much it is to replace that. But like, if the issue has been constant, like if that spark has been there for a good year or two, would it be safe to add that stuff? No, there's no switch, I don't think. I'm sure there's an on and off thing, but I can't really mess with it too much while on this computer. I hope not. I really hope not. Also, my tracking is definitely messing up because my computer is... My phone is dying of heat now that my thing can't be cooled off. Huh? Okay, I read that so wrong, I'll be honest. I read that completely wrong. I thought you were saying... Never mind. But I am Mistic. I promise I am Mistic. I am Mistic. I am Mistic. I am Mistic, I swear. I swear. I am not a fake. I did not die. Yet. If you don't hear from me in like a week, maybe be concerned. A day or two, that's just me being me. A week, maybe be concerned. Yet. But a good way for me to not die is to get this video going, so that way I can end and then look up replacements to this. Because I am kind of terrified. I think as soon as stream ends, I might cry. If we're being honest, I may cry. So, what the fuck does that smell? Hopefully, everything's good. No, I can't do that. Okay, let's get back to the YouTube video, guys. Everything's fine and dandy. I have no fire extinguisher. I got a cup of water. Actually, I've got like a few inches of water. So, let's finish this video. YouTube editing Mistic, if you're still alive, maybe cut a good bit out of that, you know, for YouTube purposes, and repurpose that into the Clips channel. Okay, YouTube Mistic, you got this. If you're still kicking, yeah. Okay, back to the video.
Equivalent of a
what are we talking
poppy
about?
milk. And to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies.
Yeah.
And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state.
Yeah.
However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security, which is why these same poppy
May
farmers
cause
became
death.
extremely confused when
The smell is coming back. The smell is slightly coming back. I am scared. Yeah, YouTube, you're missing out a lot if you don't watch these streams.
circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a fucking Town Hall 9
Aliens. Clash
of Clans base.
The government was getting mad. I was talking about aliens. The government was getting mad. I was talking about aliens. I just become an insane conspiracy theorist after this. They were trying to silence me. They were trying to silence me.
They were understandably absolutely fucking bewildered by this, and some people even thought it was aliens. So to figure out whether or not it was Halo Elite drawing this shit, they set up some cameras. And what they saw was this little shit. Breaking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the out. They thought the fucking Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby. This shrimp has a gun. No, this isn't a Fortnite skin.
That is truly an American shrimp, or whatever you said.
This is a real fucking animal.
I'm not really paying attention at this point. I am kind of zoning the fuck out. I'll be honest.
And it's called the pistol shrimp. Now, unsurprisingly, being named after a firearm, of course it's fucking native to the United States of America.
Hell yeah.
Where else do you think you were going to find it? However, they can actually be found expressing their Second Amendment rights over the majority.
I watched a different one. I watched the boxer crab, I think you're thinking about. Or a different shrimp. I've not seen this.
Of the globe too. Now, coming in at a huge 2 inches, it is not the size of his body that makes him special, but the caliber of the big iron on his hip, or should I say, big claw. You see, that oversized right pincher isn't just because he forgot to, you know, switch hands while doing homework. No, mate, that claw is basically fucking Mega Man's arm cannon. But last I checked, they can't call in an ammo resupply under the sea. So how does the claw become a gun? The answer is bubbles.
Bubbles?
You see, these bad boys hunt smaller shrimp, and they start that hunt by jumping off the fucking battle bus and looking for prey. Once they get within effective range, they will literally cock their claw like the hammer on a revolver. Weapon ready, they line up the shot, take aim, and counter-terrorists win. They snap their claws together so fucking fast, it causes an underwater vacuum, creating an explosive cavitation bubble hotter than the surface of the sun. This bubble is then launched at the enemy at over 100k an hour. The bubble then connects with the smaller shrimp and fucking flashbangs it. This either kills it outright or stuns it long enough to be consumed. Poor little fucker got quick-scoped by Faye Shrimp. This pond is hiding something scary.
What?
No, not that.
A job application.
You see, these are cranberries, a small red fruit used in juice, sauces, and
spiders. Cranberry spiders. Oh, I hate those fuckers.
Alcohol. However, unlike many fruits which grow in luscious green fields, cranberries grow in a fucking swamp. However, sharing a postcode with Shrek doesn't exempt cranberries from pest control issues. But rather than dumping enough toxic chemicals on the cranberry bog to qualify it as a League of Legends lobby, cranberry farmers decided to use a more interesting form of pest control. Fucking wolf spiders.
Yeah.
That's right. In order to prevent a horde of bugs from devouring these innocent cranberries,
you add bugs.
Our brave hell spiders are deployed to the field to protect against the horde, which works great. Until they flood the fields to harvest the cranberries, at which point the highly venomous wolf spiders start to look for the closest high point. And if you're picking the berries,
it's you.
That's you. I want you to imagine you're cave diving. You turn the corner and see a spider web the size of the fucking wall. I regret.
I would cry.
To inform you that no, this is not fake. This is an actual photo from the inside of a cave on the Greek-Albanian border, where scientists have discovered the world's largest spider web. located in
Where's
a
the
portion of the
spawner?
cave
Destroy the
crammed to the brim
spawner.
with sulfur that has quite literally never seen the light of God. This wall of white sticky stuff spans.
What is that I'm smelling? Like, it's not smoke, but I know it's from the plug. What is that smell? I might just be inhaling fumes. That might be what I'm doing. God.
1,100 square fucking feet. That is the size of a 2-bedroom fucking house.
Hell
However,
yeah.
finding the average Australian home on the wall of a cave at Y11 brings up a far scarier question. What the fuck built it? Well, to the
Spider.
relief of many, no, we did not discover a giant spider lair. Nor is this the result of a single
Why did I say
spider
aw?
with creative mode and world edit. No, it's far fucking worse. Because this web is the arachnid equivalent of getting the boys on for a 2-week Minecraft phase. Because this web is a collaborative effort. It was built
Yeah, they
by
are.
111,000 fucking spiders.
What?
That isn't a tree. It's a fucking bird.
Oh, bird.
Introducing the tawny frogmouth, a
I've seen
species of
that.
bird found in the land down under, and
course it
Australia's
is.
very own avian equivalent of a maxed out Skyrim stealth build. Now you may be thinking,
Okay, I need to turn my big AC on. I need to turn my big AC on. I'm getting paranoid. It's burning up in here. I'm turning on the big boy. And the big boy is not plugged into the extension cord. It's plugged in outside the closet. So we are good on that front. Oh, but I need this room to cool down.
yourself, well, it can't be that stealthy. I can see it.
Very
you
stealthy,
can. You
though.
can see that one. Did you see the one right fucking next to it?
Yeah.
Now, the important question is, why the fuck do these things have predator camo? Well,
Jubilant
there's two
Dino.
reasons. First of all being, it's fucking Australia. You see, these bad boys are primarily nocturnal, staying on the move during the night and dive bombing unaware insects to meet their bulking goals. However, that means that during the
Macros
day,
hit.
they sleep. And in a country where at any point you can be bitten, mauled, stung, or fucking drop-kicked to death, laying down in the wrong spot can turn a short nap into the forever sleep. So, in order to prevent themselves from becoming an item on a Snake's KFC order, these tactical chickens evolved the ghillie suit to basically allow them to fucking disappear. Being practically invisible allows them to unlock their second passive, fucking DoorDash.
Oh.
You see, these guys are so fucking good at cosplaying a stick that not only do predators mistake them for Groot, but so does their prey. And so, whenever they take a nap, they just leave their mouths open a little bit. And whenever some poor ant just tries to walk his way to work, he instead DoorDashes himself directly into its fucking mouth.
Consumed.
Australia just found a new insect.
It's a wasp, isn't it?
Pokemon! And in a certified Australia moment, it is unironically called the fucking Lucifer bee.
This day has already been bad enough. God damn it.
Of course we have the Satan bee. The snakes and the spiders and the fucking dinosaurs weren't enough. No. Now I gotta dodge a rejected doom enemy on my walk to work. Discovered in the closest climate to hell on Earth, Western Australia, these bad boys were named after the Lord of Hell for two reasons. The first of which being the giant fucking demon horns bolted to their
Hell
heads.
yeah.
Now, those horns aren't just there to look scary. They're actually a defensive mechanism to protect the demon bees from bigger predators. However, only the ladies of the
bigger than
species
that?
stay strapped, as the horns are only found on females, meaning a more accurate name for these absolute girl bosses is the Karlak bee. But a pair of spirit Halloween horns can't be the only reason they're named after the devil, right? I mean, there's gotta be
very
fucking something
poisonous,
else. Like,
I
do they
imagine.
spit fire?
Hello.
Maybe they've got a pitchfork for a stinger
Probably.
that injects you with fucking acid venom.
Neurotoxin.
The answer to that is, no.
Really?
It's a normal fucking honeybee.
Huh?
The actual reason is that lead researcher, Dr. Kit Prendergast, was watching the fucking Netflix show.
Biggest cock I've ever seen.
And this isn't even the first time she's done something like this. She named another species after her pet dog.
Aww.
Fucking based.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, I am free. I am free. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Hopefully, this is not my last video. Hopefully, I have many more in the future. And tomorrow. Hopefully, I am back tomorrow. Please, don't forget me. But, yeah, I'm terrified. Not of the bugs, but of the potential fire hazard I have going on in this closet. But, yeah, I guess I shall end it here. I have not much going on in my brain. All I'm thinking is I need to look up a new extension cord. Well, I'm not that. I am just a VTuber. So you can't forget your internet VTuber. If I don't say anything in a week, assume the worst. But until next time, bye. I'm terrified. I'm actually terrified. Bye-bye. This is awful. You're welcome for the stream. It may be my last. It may be my last. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Until next time, I hope I see y'all next time. Oh, gosh. I don't have any other option, I'll be honest. It's either water or it burns on its own, freely. So, I shall see y'all next time. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Wish me the best. But this is not gonna go well. At all. But bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. I need to get the fuck out of this closet. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow.